Is it the quality? I don't know. It always seems to do that. We'll see. See what people want to chit chat about. What's going on? Why is this not turning on? There you go. Still got that damn cough that don't want to leave. But, as usual, we will just keep our. I don't know. Is it the lighting that's causing? A bit brighter, maybe. This light isn't responding for some reason, but we'll see. But it is Sunday night. Just wanted to see what people was up to. See how everything is going for people. Um, and basically we are seeing what the makeup of what's going on. We got stuff going on in Mexico also now, which seems to be a new development, I would say. Um, yeah, I think you could say that that's a big development going on in Mexico. I don't know exactly what started the cause. I think it was good evening, Athena. Not entirely sure what started the cause of that, but I know I guess there has been video shown up of the Mexican cartel going in and starting a fire at a gas station. So I have seen that. I did see that video. Uh, I'm seeing more videos of outside this country than I do inside this country, so that's always interesting. But there is a video out there circulating of, I'm not sure if it was like a gas station workers or something, or at a gas station, and then basically you see armed men run up at them uh, at gunpoint. Basically, they run at them at gunpoint and they take the hoses, they open one of them up, they pour it out, drop some fire on it, and then they take off running. Um, that's the one I've seen, and then a couple of videos are like, I guess, like shootouts or something. Not entirely sure what sparked it. I haven't really looked into it that much of what's causing all that chaos, but maybe y'all know, maybe y'all were paying attention. I have not been paying attention to that today, so not entirely sure what the reason for it was. That's the thing, because it's always a reason. If the cartel is doing something like that, there's always a reason. Clear this column. Just don't know what that reason is. But if anybody knows what the reason is that they started all this, would be nice to know. But besides that, I'm just here. I need to go get a haircut, but my fucking barbers don't work on fucking Mondays. What's up? Oh, she actually put her name. Yes. She has her actual name. Wow. Que milagro. Now people can understand who it is. But yeah, that's the other thing. So, but yeah, that's what I've heard. I haven't heard much else about it, so it's never it's never a good thing when the streets aren't safe and stuff like that happens for whatever reason it is. But It's the same thing happening in the United States also. It's just like it's never a good thing to have. It's never a good thing and never a viable thing to, deal with these issues the way we have been. So, but besides that, how was y'all weekends? What were y'all up to this weekend? Why if it has a constant bit rate of that, does it not send it out at that point? Like, that shit makes no sense to me. More sense so more tattoos and more piercings. What's up, Jen? I was like, you had a busy weekend then. I'm just here working on worksheets. So fun. Started building out another worksheet. So much fun. So I decided I'd jump on and chat with y'all if y'all want to chat. I'm working. Oh, damn. See, I was like, kids asleep. Everybody's sleeping right now. So it's like this is the best time for me to be able to do work. Yeah. See, but you get paid for your work. I'm not getting paid yet for it. I'm developing to get paid for it. And this is the spreadsheet I need to make sure is on point so that that way I can have everything numerated, everything tracked when it comes to consultations and stuff like that, so that that way I can have it there. I was a partner along with the USA Olympic team with taxpayers' money. What's up, BK? Athena, the thing is with Cash Patel has always been doing that. That's not new. It was like the crazy thing about it lately is just like now when like people come and make announcements. So, what's up, doctor? A lot of people come and make announcements and shit, and it's just like I'm not even surprised anymore. It was like they've been doing this already. It's not even surprising at this point. Like Cash Patel has been taking taxpayer money and using taxpayers' money to fly on jets to go see his girlfriend, not even his wife, not even like a fiance, his girlfriend. So at least he's supporting the U.S. I guess that's the way I could put it as I can make it more patriotic for MAGA and Republicans. He's at least supporting the Olympic team, right? Can we say that? That does that make it sound good? Does that make it sound better? See, I just did it for you. I just did it for you. I fixed it. He's supporting the Olympic team. At least it's not his girlfriend. You see, because that's what they're gonna say. That's what they're gonna turn the rhetoric to. I was just like, but he's there for the Olympic team. I was just like, bro, I'm here for the Olympic team too. I'm watching it from the fucking TV. But if you want to pay for me to go to Italy, don't get me wrong. I'll be there. I'll be there. You want to fly me out and get me seats? I'll be there. You don't gotta hesitate about that shit. Yeah, I got Athena. If you want to pay for my flight over to go root for them, party with them, I got no problem with this shit. Who's gonna argue that? Private jet? You gonna hold on? You gonna send me on a private jet to Italy? You on duty, doctor? What the hell is ROC duty, doctor? Military, yeah, bro. I haven't been in the military going on 4 years now. I forget half of the acronyms. I was having a conversation with a guy yesterday. I'm flown. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm getting flown out to Italy. Say less. I was just like, when do I leave? It was like I ain't even asking any other questions. Who's on the plane? What plane is it? I ain't asking all that. You flying me out to Italy? I went to Italy. I loved Italy. I mean, I get to get fresh seafood, all that wine. Shit. On the taxpayer money? You ain't gonna hear nothing from me. Oh, you on rail yard duty. Mm. Oh yeah, because you're going to Poland. Mm. I don't miss those days. Now, I didn't even eat. That's the crazy thing. I didn't even really eat a lot of pasta when I was over there. I had this one dish. I don't know where it was. It was like we were literally because we were driving from Germany into Italy, but we had stopped in a place called Garmisch, which in Germany it's like the one of the highest. It's the tallest I guess, mountain peak that they have. So we went there, and then all of a sudden we was just like, "Fuck it, we're gonna keep on driving into Italy." It got dark as shit, and we started getting tired, so we stopped at some. We literally had to like hotel at some right at late at night. We found one. Woke up, it was on the fucking hillside, like massive hillside. And then we went to eat, man. That lady didn't understand no Spanish. She only understood Italian, barely any English. But when I tell you that fucking plate was amazing, man, was that shit good. But besides that, I don't, we don't. It was just like seafood. That's all I had. We had pasta there. Everywhere else, seafood. That shit was fucking amazing. But besides that, if you fly me out to fucking Italy, best believe on the taxpayer dime, shit, you ain't gonna hear nothing from me. I ain't complaining. I ain't saying a damn thing to y'all. I ain't even letting y'all know I was there. If y'all seen me, no, you didn't. Fuck you thought you saw. You thought you saw me. You ain't seen me. You ain't seen me. Y'all seen that video? Y'all seen that video of them supposedly filing Ghislaine Maxwell in Canada? Y'all seen that shit? So as a young kid working at the yard, my guy asked him how much he make. Do some more than you. Biggest flex I've seen. Bro, if you work at the rail yard, Vital, if you work at the rail yard and not as the military, you get paid. You get paid working at the rail yard compared to being there at for the army. What's up, Lizette? I was like, you ain't seen me. Fuck out of here. I don't want to hear that shit. You don't know who you saw. You sure you seen me? That's like, I don't know. But that's the thing about AI now. You don't know what's real and you don't know what's fake because the shit gets so well. But for me, I believe it is AI. Because the thing is AI still doesn't have the capabilities of doing shit at a very high resolution. So like the same way y'all can see me off my phone, it's pretty good resolution, but y'all have seen the resolution off my camera. Those are two different things. And most of these people like, look, if you are recording with the back camera of your phone, that is better quality than that's good quality shit. So a lot of these videos that you see is all grainy and stuff like that. But this is where it's kind of weird for me. Because the thing is a lot of the times it's like that problem that Apple and Android have. If I send you a video, you see that shit and it looks like I took it off a phone from fucking 2000 and vice versa. So maybe, and the thing is also when it comes to TikTok and all these platforms, not all, well, no, TikTok is the only one that doesn't allow you to upload high quality stuff. So that might be a part of it also. On YouTube, if it's 4K quality off your phone, it'll upload it. It'll take longer to upload, but it'll upload it. If it's on TikTok, you know how many videos I recorded with the back of my camera and the shit I tried to upload it and it shit says, "Oh, we don't have the capabilities of uploading this because of the quality." I was like, "Y'all broke asses, dumbass, fuck TikTok." Vital, that's why you gotta whatever job you do, you gotta start planning for it now, Vital. I was like, all these jobs, I'm like, shit. I got it was like a little play date with one of my daughter's kids, and it was just like the dad was there, and he works as a contractor, and there's a big contract facility. There's like what is it? The National Biological and Agricultural Facility that's around my like in my town. And he's like, bro, you got the credentials to work there. And I was just like, I know, but I don't want to. What's up, Jeanette? He was just like, I know a couple people there. I'll give them a call, see if there's any openings. I was like, fuck it. So if y'all see me less, it's because I'm working. I started a job. If that happens, because those jobs pay well. So that would be a reason for me to get off my ass, I guess you could say. Even though I'm okay, but that would definitely be a nice check. But we'll see. We'll see. It was like it's funny. It's funny because when you talk to other service members or prior service members, like he's a veteran too. He's been doing contracting. He's like I think he's like 8, 9 years older than me or something. It was like yeah, it's a whole different stuff. It was just like he's like once you get out the military, most of the time he's like most of the time you end up on a list. And my wife was like, "What? What you mean?" I was just like, "Yeah, most of the time, if you're in the military, because of your skill set, you end up on lists, because of your capabilities of what you know how to do, what you've been taught how to do, stuff like that. Most of the time, you end up on the list and you stay on the list. I will forever be on the list, so he will definitely be on. He's on more lists than I am. That's for damn sure. But that's something a lot of people don't understand. Like, when you get trained like that, it's different. All right, bro. Take care, man. Clean that room. Make sure white glove inspection. Now I don't even know if they do that vital, but take care, my brother. Be safe. Um, let me know. I know they don't. They haven't done that shit since I did it. As long as you don't got fucking piss bottles under your fucking bed, you should be good. Or fucking a mountain of pizza or a mountain of fucking beer cans, you should be okay. You'll be okay. I don't think anybody, a lot of people haven't ever experienced that. Oh, the UAs, don't worry about the UAs because the UAs are like literally random. Vital, you can probably go almost 2 years at that installation and you'll never take a piss test. And then you might move if you stay in and you PCS to another location, you might be on the piss test every single month. So that shit is beyond random unless they actually say you're gonna take the UA. I was like, they'll let you know when you're the grand prize winner. It's usually in the morning before PT. You are the grand prize winner of taking a piss this morning. Let's see if you pop hot. And I was like, bro, what? Like, yep, you're the grand prize winner. You have successfully been chosen to provide a specimen to see if you are doing something you shouldn't be. Great times, though. Great times. But yeah, I don't know. Do y'all think that whole Just Lane Maxwell video was real? Because that's the thing I've been asking. I don't know. I haven't seen a good quality version of it. I've seen like a video of somebody like stitching it and then like redoing it. So you know if it's like a screen record, it's not gonna be like the best quality. So that's the other thing with a lot of these videos. So but I don't know. Do y'all think it was real? I just don't know anymore. I just don't I don't I don't know what's real. Like you could tell sometimes, but sometimes you just can't tell anymore. They said after leave, Vital. If they do one after leave, usually what that means is that's the 100% UA, which everybody in the unit is going to take a piss test. When it happens that way, it'll probably be the whole unit doing that. The whole unit will be taking a piss test after that. That's what they usually do. And most of the time, they won't even do it that way. It's just basically a way to try to scare soldiers not to do stupid shit while they're not there. Yes, it's fucking working. Nice. Got this working. Can I make it blank? Fuck. Can't make it blank. Okay, so I gotta remove this. This one's too popular. Damn, TikTok, you really not trying to send me to anybody, huh? TikTok got me on like four people. I know it's 8:30 at night, but it's still early on the West Coast. I got a lot of people. This shit ain't sending me up to nobody no more. It was like, what can we talk about, y'all, that TikTok might actually like me? Anybody? Anybody know? Anybody got any talking points that TikTok won't be upset? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's early in Cali. You know, so I don't know. Is there any talking points that y'all think TikTok won't be mad at me and won't limit my viewership? Anything in mind? I need to add names here too. Or should I put it as username? Name and then okay, let me do that. So put first name, last name, username, because not everybody has the same thing on there. So clear, clear, clear. I'm out of jail. Listen, TikTok will get mad at. It's like because that's the thing I find it crazy. It's just like I try, but that's the thing. Most of the time on the weekends, I don't go live. So I understand that on the weekends I don't go live, and there's been a lot of shit going on. More so with like the veteran stuff that's been going on. There's a lot of shit. I made it out the pen. How long did they ban you for, Soggy? Like a whole week? Man, you got hit with the whole week. That's something. That's something. Hey, TikTok Sika. It's like, cause that's what it is with me. It's just like 5 days. Yeah, that was that. If it was like 5 days, that was like mass reporting. Well, when you get hit with the 5 days, that's like mass reporting. My black, appreciate the heart me. Allure, what's up, my man? I was just like, nah, it's not much. It was just like not much going on. It's just a whole bunch of shit like that. VA shit was the biggest thing that happened for me this past week. And it was just like, oh, so appreciate the heart me. I was just like, that's one of the things is just like that was one of the biggest things that happened was the whole veteran stuff and me talking on it. And then the funny thing is like having these conversations with other people is funny because it's just like you see people that don't know what the fuck they talking about listening to people that have no idea what the fuck they talking about. But then it's always the same veterans. It's just like, oh yeah, and Trump. The thing about the tariffs is like, look, this is the one thing with the tariffs, right? It don't matter. That's unfortunately the whole tariff thing. It doesn't even matter. That was a scheme by these rich ass corporations to get your money. That's it. And people need to realize that. People want to argue the semantics of it and all that. That was the whole purpose of it. It was to get your money regardless. Raise prices on everything. That was the whole purpose of that. Cause think about it. Which one of these corporations, after that shit just got struck down, just said, "Hey, we bringing our prices back down"? Which one of these corporations said, "Oh shit, we gonna take 10% off of all prices that we put up 20%"? Which one? Which one? Y'all let me know which one. Let me know who's putting down the thing. Because remember, they made what was it that weren't we making like trillions? Was it not trillions of dollars off of the tariffs that we were getting? Now all of a sudden they can't even give you $2,000. Ain't that wild? Ain't that wild that all of it with all the supposed money that was being brought in, you were bringing in all this money, right? All this money was being brought in and all that stuff. Now all of a sudden You don't even have the money to give people a refund check that you stole their money from. But what's going to happen is that you're going to give the refund to the corporations. So, so you mean to tell me you raised the prices because you were salty that you didn't know what the fuck you was doing? So you chose that we're going to tax the American consumer because, the corporations ain't going to actually pay it up. They're going to just raise prices to cover the cost. So we still ended up paying more for everything that we have been consuming. Everything we've purchased, we've paid more for it because the prices have gone up. Now you mean to tell me that those were unconstitutional and not legal, so you have to remove them. But you're not going to reduce the prices. But all the money that you've made from that is still a profit to these corporations. So these corporations are still receiving a profit off of it. Yet, with the profit that they made, the government is now going to give the corporation a refund off of the money that they still made. And hold on, it gets better. Who do you think is going to pay the refund? You are. We are. Because if the federal government is giving the money back, who pays the federal government? We do. Nah, Joshua, we paying double now. We paying the tariff, and then we gonna pay the money when they get the refund back. Cause they're not giving it to the people. Appreciate the heart, man. They're not giving it to the people. They're giving it to the corporations. So the corporations are literally getting a refund. What's up, Southwest? The corporations are getting a refund of the money that we paid to them pay them back and owe more. Yeah, but Republicans though, right? Republicans, right? Republicans. That's the grand prize winners, huh? Grand prize winners, you. Cause what the fuck? Like, how do people not see this? How did they not see this? How? How did they not see that part? I need to put, so if I put username, I need to put platform so I can see where they are. And this would have to be, I would have to make this data validation and make this a platform for add rule, drop down, platform. So I would have to make this one YouTube. Add another item. This would be purple for Twitch. But yeah, that's the. It's like, but that's the thing. That's gonna be the continuation of it. It's just like, and it's funny because the thing is now MAGA and Republicans, they don't want to be political about things now. They don't want to talk about politics anymore. Now Republicans are done talking politics. All these veterans now, all these veterans now, all of a sudden don't want to talk politics when they're about to lose a lot of their fucking benefits. A lot of veterans is gonna get quiet now. You're gonna see how quiet veterans end up getting. All these MAGA veterans, how quickly they're gonna fucking get quiet all of a sudden. And it was just like, no, we didn't. No, of course not. We didn't do that. No. No, no. The thing is just like, man, for an administration that doesn't have any money, it's crazy how money just come out your ass. Money just come out your ass, right? Oh, we put in 10 billion here. We put in 10 billion there. We put in a couple billion over here. Like, bro, didn't we just need a couple billion to feed people? And you were trying to take away, talk about you didn't have the money, but you can do a fucking you got all this money to, like, you got billions all over the place, but can't give people a refund for the shit they paid for. So now you're gonna tax us some more to pay for the shit that we owed. It's just like it's the same cycle that happens with the Republican Party. No, but see, that's the thing, Southwest. Remember, he's taking 10 billion from the treasury to oversee that peace group. Did you forget about the 10 billion he was suing for because of I forget what the fuck he was suing for? 10 billion for the peace group, 10 billion for his taxes. What was it? He's suing, wasn't he suing the federal government for having his taxes released? Another 10 billion. At this rate, it was just like, look, this was one of the main things that most people didn't realize. When the fucking Republican Party wanted to raise the fucking debt deficit by about $5 trillion, that told you all you needed to know. That's all you needed to know. You can't be the party of fucking conservative and financial literacy and fucking advocate for that shit. And the first thing you wanted to do was raise the debt ceiling. It was like you should already known that was already a fucking headache in the making. That was the first fucking sign. Once they said we need to raise the debt deficit by fucking $5 trillion, everybody should have known we were gonna be paying more in taxes or more in anything going forward. But most people ain't gonna pay attention to that. Most people were worried about the immigrants taking their jobs. They were worried about those immigrants taking their jobs. The one jobs that they weren't doing. The ones that they got beat out of winning. That was the concern. That was the biggest problem at that point. YouTube, Twitch, Kick. Let me separate this so that I know which one. YouTube, just cruise. Okay, what the fuck? Cruise, and then another item. Make it red. Also, make this like a light red. But no, don't even get me started with this whole trans bullshit. They just passed a fucking law that got in Kansas about this whole trans thing. They just passed a law in Kansas that was vetoed by the governor to not be passed, and then the Republicans in the state overturned her veto for having a trans bill. Oh, Reggie says they spent 100 billion going to Venezuela. It's just like we just like, why is it that I, as an American, can't have the same fucking budget as the United States, where I could just spend on shit? Don't worry, I'm gonna make more. Why don't I get the luxury of spending money like the U.S. do? I need to be able to just be like, you know what? I need to go to, what should I go to? What should I go to? Just pick a place. I just need to go to for um diplomatic relations with that country. Just pick one. Just send me. That's it. Can I be Cash Patel? Can I just be sent to Italy for, security reasons. Like, what the fuck does the FBI director have to do with security reasons in the fucking. uh, Bro, what? That's how these people just be spending money all over the place. But it's just like, it's a constant thing going on all different avenues and all different locations. This will be going to make this. Need to make this red, customize it, and make it a light red. So light red. Because that's the thing. It's just like, how else do you explain that? But like I said, there's a whole bunch of shit going on. It's like I said, they like to. It's like that Steve Bannon thing that he said. Is just like, you got to flood the system. You got to flood the system with all types of shit to distract people. Because look, you've seen more videos. I don't know if y'all been paying attention to what's happening in Mexico, right? Y'all seen what's happening in Mexico more than y'all started seeing what happened in Minnesota. I started getting a whole bunch of feeds now and different feeds of other people that were killed in Minnesota now than when it actually happened. Oh, I know Southwest. The people that are fucking talking about it, it was just like the people of Jalisco are in terrible condition because the people in Chihuahua are doing stuff in the state of Mexico. I was like, bro, at least fucking report it correctly and say which is the state and which is the fucking city. But god damn, that shit is crazy. Shit is crazy. Unprotected children, yeah, but they are protecting profiles. I just spoke to a family member. It's a bunch of stuff over there. I have people I served with that came out of Jalisco, so I need to reach out to them. I know they're not there, but yes, that's the thing. That's it is the tequila. It's a way to it's I don't know. It's basically cartel war for the position. Got it. That's what it's like. People don't understand the difference, and then the people. The thing is just like when you see this, these European Americans don't really understand what that is. These European Americans don't understand what that is. These people that grow up in the country and stuff like that have no understanding of what cartels do and are capable of. Or maybe they do, they just hide it. Oh yeah, you know that's gonna be the excuse. Is a way for us to try to find a way in there. A way for us to try to insert ourselves into the Mexican demographic and platform to basically just be able to do that. So that way we have a viable reason like, oh well, it's going they need our help. They need our help. Bro, it's their own fucking country. We need help in our country. What the fuck you sending more people there? I was like, that's been an ongoing thing over there. I was just like, it didn't change, bro. Like now all of a sudden, now you concerned. And then you want to send a ship to Greenland? Bro, we all over the place. This country, I don't know what the fuck is going on anymore. We all over the fucking place at this point. It was just like, I'm like, bro, like, can we just stop? Can we stop for a little bit? Just a little bit. Just stop. Like, can we leave? Can we just stop? U.S. Can we just stop? Just stop for a little bit. Just take a pause. Like, bro, damn. Like, y'all don't get tired. Well, obviously they don't get tired because they're not doing any of it. So that's understandable. They don't get tired. It's like, but that's the thing. It's just like it's a continuous thing. It's just like it's continuing to take resources from the people that actually use it and do it properly, and then try to take it away. So Just Cruise is freaking awesome. I appreciate that, Ehan. Appreciate you feeling that way. I don't do shit. I'm just talking, but I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Shit. And that's the thing. It's just like shit all over the place. It's just stuff all over the place, and it's just people. It's just you keep seeing this, you keep seeing that, and it gets sent here, gets sent there, and everybody starts. It's this mass confusion that is causing more confusion for people because people don't know where to fucking pay attention to. I was like, you got so much shit going on. You got the Epstein file still going on. You still got fucking all the shit that's coming out of the Epstein files. You got us supposedly sending shit to Greenland. You got the FBI directed partying in Italy. You got Mexican cartels going crazy. You got veterans, them trying to change the fucking ruling for veterans to fucking lose fucking benefits, which is still there. Keep that in mind. Veterans haven't said that. So I mean, when you have a clown as a head of the military and a clown as a president who never served in the military, yeah, you got a person, you got people in power that, if it weren't for the fact they had money, would never have been in power. That's the easiest way of putting it. The people in power right now are people that, if they didn't have the money and those networking, would have never made it to power, and it would have never been people of fucking importance. That's what it is. Cause the constant attack on veterans, I'm tired of the shit. I am tired. That tires me out even more, especially the way I advocate for veterans and I help veterans and try to take care of veterans. It is tiring to see the constant fucking condescending remarks, fucking everything is just like, oh yeah, oh, thank you, Reggie. I forgot we heading to Iran too. Y'all forgot we going to Greenland, Iran. We sending ships out there to Iran because, do you know what the funniest part about that Iran shit is to me? Where the funniest thing to me is like MAGA. I think MAGA has fucking memory loss. I'm starting to really believe that that's the problem we have in this country. Whatever they put in our food is causing memory loss. The reason I say that is whatever's in our food and stuff is memory loss, right? No, not the no new war. This was more recent than that. This is more recent. What I'm talking about is just is even more recent than that, right? This happened last year with Iran. This happened last year with Iran. If y'all don't realize what happened with Iran last year, did we not blow the fucking nuclear plants up last year of Iran and supposedly fucked up their whole nuclear plan? Did everybody forget about that? Everybody just forgot. Everybody just forgot. Everybody just happened to forget that we blew up their fucking nuclear facilities. We all forgot, huh? Everybody, I didn't forget. My fucking head, for some reason, didn't forget that. Cause I saw a post that somewhere said it was just like, um, the Iran is like weeks away from developing. It was like, bro, they were weeks away when you fucking decided you was gonna bomb them. Now they all over again. I thought you delayed them, or I thought you destroyed this shit. Now all of a sudden we 6 weeks away again. These motherfuckers work better than we do. we need to hire some of them over here. Cause shit, if these motherfuckers can fix their shit when we supposedly destroyed it and they already weeks away again, bro, we slacking. We need to invest in some Iranian scientists, cause clearly they know what the fuck they doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. I was like, we supposedly blew up all the infrastructure and all that. Remember those deep bunker bombs that we sent over there and we destroyed this shit and all of a sudden they're weeks away. Bro, how'd you become weeks away again? Like, how'd you manage that? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, now I saw the food. Yeah, yeah, y'all heard about the food. Y'all heard about the food. So Saki said, let me go. Saki, if I let you up, I'm really not gonna get no work done. I can't let you up right now. I'm working on shit. See, y'all be distract the shit out of me. If I let you up, I really ain't gonna get no shit done. I've been working on this spreadsheet all fucking day. It was like now I'm adding the formulas and shit. And I'm just like, if I let you up, I'm never gonna get this shit done. But that's what it is with most of this shit. Just like it's new shit always coming up and new shit is just like, bro, we just blew up they shit. Now all of a sudden it's working again. Like, how did you manage to do that? How did they manage to do that? How? How did you get that? How did you accomplish that? You went from not having the ability to all of a sudden you got the shit done. And it's like, what happens if we do go to war with Iran? I know they never destroyed it, BK. I know that. That I knew. I was like, look, when this man starts gloating about shit, you know they full of shit. They hit the thing because the thing is, look, you gotta realize Iran ain't stupid. All the countries in the world, like, look, put it like this. Most countries in the world know the capabilities of other countries. That it's a threat brief. That's something that happens. You learn what your other country is capable of doing, what munitions they have, what the munitions can do, and stuff like that. That's how you build around shit. I was like, you think that the US just builds fucking bases in mountains for no reason? It's like, no, because they know you have to fucking level the fucking mountain, and to level a mountain, that takes a lot. You just don't level a mountain. Not even with these days, it's always a briefing because that's what they do. They gotta know what it is. So Iran knows. It's like, damn, do you? This is how other people know what we can do. We use it on everybody else. So we bombing somebody else. Oh shit, they got that. That's a new one. That shit did a lot more damage than the last one. I was just like, that's it. I was just like, you think those? It was just like, we don't. They don't need to investigate. All they need to do is watch the fucking news. It's like, oh shit, they just fucking who they just blow up now. Ooh, okay, oh yeah, that's some powerful shit. I guess we got to dig a bit deeper. Type, you know what I'm saying? Like, just like you don't have to have it. Yeah, the president gets a threat briefing every day. People get briefings like units in the military get briefings every day of what the surrounding threat is and what's going on so that they're aware and they're prepared. Like, hey, we seen a couple of recon or whatever or some shit. They prepare for that because that's the threat brief, so that way it's not like we just get caught with our pants down type shit. It's we know this is possibly happening or they have the capability of doing it. With the US, it was like we bombing one place or bombing another. I was just like, look at the fucking bombing that they did. I was just like, look, they bombed them last year, right? They bombed Iran last year, and Iran saw the damage it did. The US was trying to gloat, oh yeah, we destroyed this shit. It was just like when these people start talking like that, you know they full of shit. You know that it was just like, because then the fucking actual threat brief, when it was a committee hearing that they asked about the strike, the dude was just like, nah, we didn't destroy it. It was just like, bro, your own general just ratted you out for being a liar. But they didn't put that on mass TV so that everybody heard it. But the committee hearing stated that they didn't destroy the shit. So that's the thing. I just see what you put up. Oh shit. Hey, you never know. Alright, so that one is in there. That you don't realize how tedious building a whole fucking spreadsheet is till you have to fucking put all the formulas in. That's when you realize how tedious a fucking spreadsheet can be. That's when you really realize. When you gotta start putting all the stuff together, adding it together, making it so that the sheets coincide with each other, and then you can see one sheet from the other sheet, and they start adding each other up. I'm using Google. That's the one thing that I hate about this shit. It was just like I use Google because Google I have Google Drive, which has fucking it has my database for the files and stuff. So all like the VA forms, the DBQs, all the documents I have that are available for anybody to use, I have it in my Google Drive. I was good at Excel, but the thing is with that is just like you have to keep up with it. Cause with Excel, it's always formulas like the V lookup or fucking the rate. You can do a lot though. That's the thing. It's just like they keep on adding more and more capabilities to it. But the thing is my thing with most of the sheets I like to do is that I like to have them at UXL Excel. I like to make sure that my tabs can all interact with each other. So literally, if I'm inputting information into the first one and I have 10 different tabs, all that information is there. So literally it's me just first entry, it'll develop it. So like right now I'm doing it like a master tracker for my for my consultations. So literally it's just like the first page is gonna have their info, right? But then the next page is basically consultations. So if I have it that it's a drop down, so let's say I put my name is first, it automatically makes its own ID number. So I am veteran one name. So now if I go to the next sheet, I can just click, drag down veteran one, and it populates the information. Same thing with the next one. So let's say I'm doing something for education consultation, and the other one is like for burial benefits consultation, and there's one in between. I can just drop down to that one so that it populates their name, so I can see it there, and it makes an ID for that. So this is like what? Yeah, it's Chat GPT helps too. Don't get me wrong. It helps with a lot of the extra shit to do it. But it's stuff like that's what I'm working on right now. So literally I can input my name on this. It's been 5 years since I've done Excel. I was just like the thing is doing it on Google is different. So Excel and Google are not the same fucking thing. So they made the same fucking program, but they decided to have different ways of doing their formulas. So the way the formula works here on um on Google, yeah, it's different because the thing is with Excel it would be considered V lookup. So you would be able to look up this tab in this sheet and the information that comes out of there will they'll populate there if this is used. With Google, it's a if statement checks to become if it's part of the index, which then if it matches, you have to do it. So it's like you have to put three different things into Google to separate it as compared to Excel, which is one thing. So it's basically the way I'm doing is just like I need to do this because that's the thing. Like I said, this year it's basically building the complete foundation because the past couple of years have been me all over the place, and I need something that is just like, yep. But that's kind of what I'm doing, Southwest. But the thing is because this is gonna this is how I'm going to use it, hopefully down the line if I do want to get my doctorate, to have this information to be able to put it in. So the more consultations I do, the more I'll be able to work on getting my doctorate so that I can build a actual foundational numbering of it. So literally if I have, let's say it's 10 of y'all, if 10 of y'all come in and I do consultations, I want to be able to pull out your branch, your disability rating, what state it is, so that way I could start making formulations of it. Like, hey, the state of Kansas has some of the worst disability ratings at all. And it was just like, then it's like, hey, then we can start formulating, or just like theories of, hey, maybe it's because Kansas is lacking in this sort of fucking representation, or this kind of education in this, or stuff like that. So that way it's just basically a way of formulating it, so that way I have my own information that I'm doing off of self study, because I'm doing consultations and I'm doing one-on-ones with people, which is filling this information. But then I can also reference shit that's already been done, so that way I have something to prove against my theory or make my theory work. See what I'm saying? So it's a constant fucking grind to try to fix the shit. But then that's why it's just developing like that, because I basically have to make all the tabs, and then within all those tabs I have to make it so that the formulas correspond with the rest of it. Because at the back end, it's gonna be like, hey, I was like, all right, I want to be able to, like with the last tab, be able to pull up the state of Texas, and all the numbering comes out. So the average people, what they get, the amount of benefits that they usually ask for. Do they usually want more of this? Do they usually want more education? Do you stuff like that? So that way is just like, when more people keep on asking for consultations, I could just look at that, and that already gives me a diagram of what most people want from that state. So that way it's not something, I'll be able to provide all the information, but the thing is I'm separating it so that this sheet tells me, all right, so we have, shit, I could show it on, well, if y'all on YouTube, y'all can see it, but I don't, no, I don't have it connected. I'm not doing that yet. But it's just basically a sheet. All the different consultations is all lined up. And then at the back end is making sure that I can populate it. So, like I said, everybody's not going to get the same service. I'm going to provide a big service that provides like 10 different things, but not everybody's going to ask for all 10 things, because they'll be like, oh, I don't need that information, so I don't need to waste time with it. Okay, but this sheet will at least make an entry for that person on that. So let's say I'm the first person, I'm the first entry. If I have education benefits and employment benefits, I will populate it, and then that will become the first entry for those things. And then it'll be what entries each person has going across, which I'm trying to formulate it so it doesn't drive me crazy, because I would like to just make it that it's one. But the thing is I don't want to make it that one entry for one thing that a person doesn't use creates an entry, because then it's just taking up space, and then the equation might fuck up, because there's not going to be any information that goes into dermatology to rest everyone. BK, have yourself a good night. Yeah, I know it's getting late. I usually don't do these. That's why I don't like doing these later at night, because I know there's not too many people got work, and it's Sunday night. So, but we'll just chit chat, and I'm working on this stuff. But that's the whole thing to this. I did that, so everything gets. Have a good night, BK. But that's the thing with this. So now, literally, on all of these, I've made an entry where I am the first one. So now, if I go to the drop down, my veteran ID is number one. So if I'm looking for somebody, I could just click down number one, it'll make an entry. So I don't have to actually spend the time every single time inserting information into the thing every single time. So it's like once I put your information in the first one, all I got to do is click down and it'll self populate and it'll give the information. It'll have that. So then it'll know. Because then the thing is having a spreadsheet like this allows me also to build it even bigger because then it's just like once I can input the information for it, I can reference information. Once you start referencing like a database of information, it'll upload it on its own. So that way I'm not having to spend the time to do it, but that shit takes time. Matter of fact, I just thought of something while I was saying that, so I gotta write this down. Hold on. Because that's unfortunately how my damn mind works. It's just like I'll say that, and it's just like as I'm talking to y'all, my brain is going, and it's just like, oh, you can do this also. And it was just like, I was like, since I mentioned referencing, I was just like, okay, I can make a tab which can do a reference to another database, get that information, and bring it in automatically. So that way. Good thing is I have a computer that can do shit like this, so this is what makes it even better. Then from there, it's fucking being able to. I don't know if people have used like RStudio or Python, being able to have this database and then being able to throw it into that, and then I can do real statistical fucking migrations and analytical shit from there. The shit you learn, man, sometimes it's just like, it's like, why did y'all give me this fucking knowledge? But this way, when it comes down to it, that allows me to actually be able to think on policies and create policies that will actually have referencing and backing to show what the positive change could be, what the negative change could be, what who it benefits, who it doesn't. Basically, when you write in policy, you have to be able to show that. So basically, if I can have it that my computer could just run those simulations and stuff like that on its own, consultations would be easy because it'll just be talking to people. But then having the ability to have the information that I know I've created to actually run these shit is there. But then that also means I need to get better at Python, RStudio, stuff like that. But at least I know I have the computer that has the capability to run and process these things. And if it comes down to it, I will upgrade. I hope I don't have to upgrade anything because the prices of shit right now is fucking ridiculous. But just doing it this way allows me to do that because this is just basically like I literally started this from scratch. So today it was just mostly filling it out, doing it, and as I'm going, it's placing in what they have. So this has to be a drop down, and I have to put the military branches. So like that's the like the little tedious thing is like building it out because you have to like build. All right, I have to put all the branches. So the branches are this, and that. I have to develop like all the states. What state is this person from? So that way I can. So basically, the only input I really have to do would be that first tab, and then having everything else run off of it. So everything else will start filling itself up like this, so that way it's like a self-working sheet. basically. And it was just like it'll be through Google. It's saved. It'll be. It just takes time to do all of this shit. And just like you just have to have the patience for it, and that's basically what I've been working on now. TikTok wants to make sure that TikTok has detected inactivity. I don't know why that. You know what? Maybe it's because of this mic. Maybe it's because of the mic. Maybe I don't know. Let me see. I'm gonna take off the mic because it always gives me. It's weird because sometimes it'll give me that notification like, "Oh, we've noticed inactivity," and you have to do like the little. You have to do like the little slide thing, like on the thing to slide it over, so that they could be like, "Oh, you're active." It was just like I've been active the whole time. I've been talking the whole time. So I don't know. Maybe they don't like me using the fancy shit. I wonder if it's the chat. Uh, maybe Southwest. Maybe I don't. Who the fuck knows anymore? I'm just surprised I ain't being reported at this point. But that's the thing. It's just like I said. It was just like I know the thing about it is like I know that even though it is 9:24 on a Sunday, it's 9:24 here Central Time, meaning it's 10:24 Eastern Time. And I know motherfuckers don't go to sleep without jumping on fucking TikTok. It's fucking 2 hours earlier on the West Coast. So I know motherfuckers ain't asleep. So for you to tell me that nobody is in my lives and all that stuff, you see what I'm saying? Like on YouTube is different because YouTube and Twitch is like most of those for those other platforms, it's more of a see, look, 8:25 in Arizona. Ain't nobody asleep yet. Ain't nobody asleep yet. So that's why it's always interesting to me to that. Cause on like Twitch and YouTube is different because of the fact that it's just like you have to it's basically based off the people that watch you kind of thing because they'll get the notification and stuff. Mega ain't sleep. Oh yeah, probably Mega sleeping because they got the thing. But that's the thing. You notice Southwest that after this whole thing, one thing I will say that maybe this changed is I don't have as many bots anymore since the change. It's like TikTok don't got the money to be paying all these bots no more. It was like before they used to pay them because it wasn't on their servers. But like I said, now they got to pay for the servers because no longer owned by China. So maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Army, Marine Corps, Navy, the Coast Guard, these fucking Space Force. Can't believe I'm saying that. Yep, but my titty been. Oh no, that's definitely happened. The TikTok definitely right leaning, but that's the thing. It was like since you're not pushing that right leaning stuff, you're not gonna get most of the exposure that you do, unless you show boobs or start twerking. Be honest with y'all. No, I don't want that shit. Cause for some reason, that's my feed now. My feed looks like fucking Instagram now. I'm like, when the fuck did I follow these people? I was like, do I need to get a? I'm gonna start wearing some V-necks with some like low cut. I'm gonna start wearing them low cut V-necks. Y'all wait, watch. Then that stripper pole, I'm gonna install that shit. I'm gonna just. I think if I install it, motherfuckers will just stop. It's like, is that a stripper pole? Does he really have? Is that a? He got a stripper pole in his room. It's like, holy shit. That's the only way I think people will stop now. That's why MAGA gonna be up here like crazy. Gonna be Tina from. What the fuck? But that's the thing. It's just like there was one content creator that she started doing that. She fucking she's one that always talks against the administration and this and that, and her video started bombing. So now she started using like short shirts with cleavage, and those videos are breaking out. So she was like, damn. She was like, I didn't realize that all I had to do was bring out Tweedledee and Tweedledoo to make sure I got videos. It was funny as fuck when she made the video. But she was like, every time I was saying something, my videos were bombing. But every time I started showing cleavage, all of a sudden Tweedledee and Tweedledoo is making me money again. I was just like, that's what they doing. That is what they doing. Yep. But that's the thing. That's the thing, Southwest. It's just like in order to be in order to be sometimes successful on content creating, you gotta play the system. You gotta play with the system. You gotta sometimes be that grifter. And I was just like, I'm sorry, I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I feel like I and then the thing is that's when you start realizing when content creators start getting burnt out so much, it's because it's out of their nature. I was like, me, I get burnt out because me arguing with people is out of my nature. Most of the time, I don't waste my time arguing with people. Y'all notice I've been streaming more now because I'm not arguing with stupidity. I'm not wasting my brain cells and my energy. I was like, people get burnt out because it's like they have to play this fucking facade of, oh yeah, MAGA's the greatest. I was like, bro, you know damn well you don't believe in fucking MAGA. But you gonna play the part because you want to make some money. And that's it. And that's what's being pushed right now. Me, y'all already see how my agenda goes when it comes out to speaking out on things. Shit, even the veteran stuff. I was surprised I got a lot of veteran stuff going on with this channel. I got more views talking about the veteran stuff on my backup channel, which is this backup one, than I did in my actual veteran awareness channel. But that one we're working on it. We'll work on it. It was just like with this, the thing is like how does the stuff get fixed from here? Because you got to look at it like this. So it's just like you have content creation how it is right now. You have it that they're making it that they want to lean to the right side. They want you to have more Republican stuff. They don't want you to talk bad about the administration. They don't want you to do anything unless it's them doing it. Unfortunately, they wanted that you are the one speaking out, or you are being, or you're speaking against the stuff that they don't like. If you do that, if I were to start talking about fucking disliking the Democrats, which I do dislike, excuse me, the Democrats, it's just like you see my views start picking up. Like me talking about James Tallarico or Jasmine Crockett, or how I don't like either one of them, or how James Tallarico is probably a better fit. Not saying he's more qualified. I just think he's a better fit. But at the same time, that's what they want. They want somebody like Jasmine Crockett to go because Jasmine Crockett is not going to win in Texas. That's why they want it. Because the thing is Texas is a red state. Texas is a racist state. Texas has a lot of white people. And if you are going to have a person that is educated, that is smart, but they already say is abrasive, can't isn't electable, goes and says too much shit, and it was just like that's not a person that you can tell is gonna win. With James Tallarico, he is a white man, so he has that in his favor. He's a pastor, has that in his favor, but then he's also been preaching and going against the hypocrisy of the Republicans in the state. And you've seen that also. But that's one of those things. Jasmine Crockett took APAC money. If you take APAC money, I don't fuck with you no matter how good you are. Because that means you can be bought. No matter how you want to say it. If you taking money from APAC, because the thing is you can say no to those donations. You can return the donations. You can return donations. It's not like you have to keep the donations. If you see those donations, you can return them. So it's not like you don't have the ability to do so. You have the ability to not take donations. And she's taking donations from there. Thing is both of them, she speaks out against it, which is a great thing. But look at fucking the same thing with Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom does the same thing. He talks shit. He's the only one talking shit to fucking Donald Trump all the fucking time. But he's on the side of Israel too. So it's just like, you want to vote for him, he's still not gonna vote with your interest. So those are the things that most people don't rely on, and that's why I say you got to pay attention. And that's why I made that video on people checking people's voter records, what they did, and then that video flopped. I made that video, and that video only had like what 100 views, 100 something views. I was like, because I was telling people, if you want to see how people vote, you go to congress.gov, you check out what they're doing, you see what they're doing, and you do it in that manner. And that's how you go about doing it. That's how you check it. That's how you figure the stuff out. That's how you see it. Because you go to congress.gov, you can section out what it is they do, who they are, what it is they're voting for, what it is they're proposing, what it is they are putting into work. And when you do that, you can visualize how it is they vote, or how it is they feel about this, or how they voted on this. So if you put anything like the Save Act, you can see that Jasmine Crockett voted nay. James Tallarico is at the state level. So it's two different things. So he's working from the state level. Jasmine is working at the federal level. So it's two different levels, but they both trying to run for the same position. One being more that works directly with the state, and the other one working at the federal level. So it's two different things. But then to find out what James Tallarico's about, you have to pay attention to Texas legislature. You have to look at the Texas Congress. You have to look at that information from that point of view. If you don't look at it that way, then you don't know what James Tallarico is about. I don't really know what either one of them is about, because they're not in my state. I'm not too concerned with James Tallarico or Jasmine Crockett. They don't do nothing for my state. That shit does nothing for my state. The people of Texas are the ones that need to be concerned with it. The rest of the country has nothing to do with it. Because the thing is, at the end of the day, you can't vote for Texas. We ain't these people in Kentucky. Remember when fucking Mamdani was running for thing, and they was like, "Oh my God, I gotta get to the voting polls because I gotta vote against Mamdani." No, you dumb fucks. You can't vote for somebody else in another fucking state. It don't work like that. These people were fucking crazy, going crazy. Oh my God, I gotta go vote for against Mamdani because I don't want him to run in New York. Like, bro, you can't even do anything about that. The people of Texas will decide how Texas is changed. At the state level, you got Ted Cruz, dumbass that goes to fucking Cancun all the time, but then somehow Texans still want to vote for him. That's why Texas, exactly, Southwest, exactly. You know exactly what I'm talking about, because these motherfuckers thought they were gonna vote against Mamdani being in Kentucky, showing up to the voting polls, talking about I was gonna make a change. Oh, what, bro? You can't even vote for that. Same way nobody can vote if you're not from Texas. You cannot vote for their primaries. Shit, if you're not from Texas, you can't vote on anything that's from Texas. So Texans will decide this. And the thing is Texans being screwed over, Texans losing their farms, Texans doing this, Texans doing that. That's on them. That's how it is across the whole state. That's how it is in every state. Depending on the people within the state is how these changes happen. Like, look at fucking Kansas. Kansas is more concerned with fucking making sure there's a trans bill that goes, instead of figuring out why the fuck our property taxes keep going up and we don't have the fucking resources to do anything with it. I was like, nothing but, oh, we're gonna build here, we're gonna build there. It's just like, y'all keep on trying to raise the prices, but nothing benefits the fucking people of Kansas. And that's the thing. If you're gonna keep on raising prices and raising taxes on all these places, Something's got to give, because the thing is most people don't realize it's just like, oh, we're talking about cutting property taxes. Okay, so where you putting the taxes at? Because there's no such thing in government that I've seen that is just like we just eliminating taxes completely. Because you need revenue one way or another. You need to make revenue. So it's not that you cutting taxes. If you cutting taxes, if you cutting property taxes, most likely that means that sales tax is gonna go up. And if sales tax goes up, that's another tax on top of the inflation that is already put on the shit you purchasing. So that means your shit is gonna be even more expensive. Because the state now decides they want to make more money out of it too. And those are the things that people don't realize when it comes to stuff like that. All that stuff always has different, there's different values that go to it. There's different values that go to it and different things that go to it that people don't understand. So that's one of the main things. But that's a bunch of the changes going on. James Tallarico and fucking Jasmine Crockett is the biggest thing in Texas. Because the thing is they're saying that, oh, James Tallarico, Republicans are funding him. And it was just like, Republicans funded Kamala Harris too. It was just like, this is just a ploy for them to see whatever is going to benefit them. That's how they're going to put money into it. Because what they're saying is with James Tallarico, they want to put him in there because they don't want Jasmine Crockett in there. That's why they putting money into him. They don't want Jasmine Crockett because Jasmine Crockett's going to curse somebody out, which is understandable. I like her for that reason, but like I said, she took APAC money, so I don't fuck with her. But those are the two different instances in that case. And those are two different things. Space Force will be. Let's make it like okay. So that one will be branches of service, and that will be. Start filling that out after. But that's the thing, Southwest. That's the thing that most people ain't talking about. It's just like, look, if you are taking funding from places that you are saying that you don't work with or don't invest with or don't want to do, it's kind of difficult. It's kind of difficult to side with a person because then that means this person is still going to be possibly leaning towards them because most of this stuff has been passed and most of the stuff that has been produced or things that's proposed, that's another thing. That's another thing you can see on congress.gov. You can see all the proposed bills that a senator or representative has put or has co-sponsored. And that's the thing. It was just like people need to realize that the thing is politics is a game. They're still gonna play a game no matter what. Depending on who they did is and how they're playing it, that's what it is. They wanted to like Stephen Colbert, they wanted to take him off air and stuff like that because he had that he had him on the show or didn't have him on the show, all this back and forth, and it's just like they had a debate. You both saw them live, they were both debating each other. I just feel the thing is with Jasmine Crockett, I just feel that she's trying to do this to push herself higher up, which isn't wrong, but it's more of a I want to get into one of these positions because I can use this to my benefit as running for a senator. Um, is just that the thing is calling these people out is one thing, but the thing is not holding them. That's the problem I have with all the politicians we have right now. The accountability is nowhere. There's no accountability within any of these fucking politicians. So it's kind of tough to pick a lesser of two evils when you know both those evils still won't hold anybody accountable. That's the problem that we in right now. That's the biggest issue we have right now. Gotta make the new tab. This will be sheet 11, so we will put this at the end. And that's the biggest thing right now. That was the thing that people said about fucking Donald Trump and Harris. They said that with Trump and Harris. It was just like, oh, Kamala. They're both evil, but one of them is a lesser evil, but somehow they pick Trump. Like, yo, fucking dumbass. But that's the thing, it's just like as the Republican Party continues, they continue to lose the following that actually has some education. The MAGA people are gonna continue to stay MAGA. They're not gonna give up that fucking rant. They're not gonna give up their positioning. Most of them is still racist. They're gonna stay racist. They're not gonna get rid of that position. Most of MAGA is not gonna get rid of that positioning. You have the Republicans though that voted for Trump that aren't on his side as much anymore because of the shit that he continues to do, the stuff that continues to happen. It was just like you have ongoing things that continue to happen that keep on making these changes, and it's just like, bro, this shit don't, like, what the fuck? Like, imagine the tariffs got taken down, and my thought is, you know what? I was like, I haven't found any credible source that Jasmine Crockett took APAC. What's your source? You would have to look into, you can go to Unusual Whales, which is a source. They're not a government source, but this is a source that they always report on, the same people that report on the stock market stuff, that they do on like the trades and stuff like that. They started getting more into the political side of that also, and they start representing and showing where money comes from. There's plenty of sites that do that, and she's on that list. The same way Hakeem Jeffries is, the same way Cory Booker is, the same way Chuck Schumer is. A lot of these politicians, most of these politicians are there. The same ones. Unusual Whales is one, and then also when you remember that delegation that went to Israel, those 250 representatives that went to Israel when they made that trip, she was part of that. I was like, if you don't have anything to do with it and you don't have anything really to do with that country because it's America first, you don't make that trip. Because you would have told me everybody went. That's one thing. But everybody didn't go to that trip. And it's just like there's politicians taking APAC money from everywhere. But this is the other thing, Corey. This is the other thing I want you to look into. While you looking at that, remember, APAC is one of hundreds of different packs. When I say APAC, I also mean anything to do with Israel giving money. Because they're all the same branch, just under a different name. APAC is the biggest association known for it. But there is hundreds of different different organizations that do give donations. So keep that in mind when I say that, because that's when I say it that way. And stuff like that too. And that's what I say. If you're taking money from any foreign entity, any foreign country, I have a problem with that. So when I say APAC, it's not only from them, it's also from other Israeli groups when I say that. Because most people, that's what they like to, because that's the thing. The biggest group that is an Israeli foundation, that basically organization that gives that money, is APAC. That is the most known one. That is the one that gets the biggest attention because they're the biggest one. But there are other Israeli corporations and organizations that do the donations also. They're not named APAC, but you'll see their names pretty clear to see that. So it's just like it's there. The information is there. And that's why I was just like, I don't take it. I was just like, a lot of people don't want to have a problem with that because a lot of people, and the conversation that most people don't want to have about Jasmine Crockett is just like, oh, a lot of people will turn it into race, a race kind of thing. That was just like with James Talarico, I don't believe in a white Christian man helping us from white Christian men. I don't believe that. He might, but I don't believe it. You got Jasmine Crockett that calls these people out. Jasmine Crockett is not going to win Texas with that attitude. How do I know that? Because I don't win in TikTok with that attitude. I'm not no big thing. I'm not no big shot. But when you call these people out for their ignorance, their stupidity, their fucking bigotry, their racism, they don't like that. They mass report you. They mass go against you. So that's why it's just like Jasmine Crockett, you knew damn well that you can try as hard as you want, but your attitude and the way of going against stuff is going to rub Texans wrong. You're gonna have Democrats that want the stuff, but racism is still gonna go over these people's bottom line. And when you call them out on being racist, you call them out on being pedophile protectors, you call them out on being pedophiles, they're gonna go against you even harder because you're attacking them. That's why with Jasmine Crockett, it was just like, she's great for it. She need to move the fuck out of Texas. Because Texas is not the state for her to be doing that. She needs to go to a state that is a blue state and run in a blue state. She'll win in a landslide. But in Texas, she's going to run. She's going to do this. She's not going to win. And then what's going to happen? Then you're going to lose Jasmine Crockett for being any kind of politician. And you're going to have a voice of reason that is not going to be in the system anymore because of that. But people don't look at it like that. That's the whole thing. People won't look at it like that. Because somebody told Jasmine Crockett, oh, you should run for Democratic thing. And it was just like, if she doesn't win as a representative, she's running for senator. So no, that means she's going to be out of politics. Meaning that the person that is one of the most boisterous, one of the biggest voices in Congress that we have now that speaks out against this administration is going to be gone. You don't think that's by design? But thing is, people don't think in a manner of looking at it in a way in that perspective. A lot of people are looking at it as like, oh my God, Jasmine Crockett. The funny thing, based on registered voter, it should be blue, but they don't vote. Just yeah, I know they don't vote as how they register. I understand that. But at the same time, when has racism changed? Tell me when racists have changed. Tell me when racists have decided, you know what, I'm a vote for a black woman. We saw how well that worked in this past election. All these women were told, oh, they're gonna try to strip your rights, they're gonna try to take your abortion stuff, all this stuff. And what did all these people, you see what I'm saying? So it does, that doesn't change. Now the thing is the mentality of those that aren't racist, that can change. That part can change. But those racists ain't gonna change. Those racists that are still in power are still in power, are in positions in that community, in that state. They ain't left yet. They ain't getting replaced. That's why I say it was just like Jasmine Crockett would be good because I love her attitude towards it. But the problem is that that's the same attitude I've had towards MAGA, same attitude I'd had towards Republicans. And the thing is they just block you out. They just make it seem like you are, um, I'm a bully. That's what I've been labeled. I've had the AI on TikTok put that I'm a bully and that I block MAGA. Because I don't take that shit from them. I call them out on their stupidity. I call them out on their ignorance. I call them out on being pedophiles. And that's the same thing she does. But at the same time, this is just the easiest way to get her out of the system. She don't see that. Most other people don't. Most people are happy. To win Texas, Texas has been Republican for, put it like this. Texas has been Republican, I don't know for how long, that you got a fucking senator in Ted Cruz that fucking goes to Cancun when they have a fucking state emergency and they still voted his ass back in. That's all you gotta fucking say. I was like, these motherfuckers don't care as long as you wanna act like a European American. You wanna act like a European American, we'll vote you back in. And that's what Ted Cruz does. Cause it's not Ted, it's Raphael. The man don't even go by his fucking actual name. That tells you alone. The same way, look, it's the same. The same. That's what I say with Jasmine Crockett. It was just like she. I would rather her. I don't like the APAC thing. I don't like the Israeli money. I don't like that from any candidate that takes that. Because, but he said, "Don't say that." That's funny. But that's the thing. It was just like in any case, she calls him out, but she's the loudest one in Congress that does it. The thing is this is the easiest way to get Jasmine Crockett out of the fucking Congress. Because instead of running for representative again and building more of a repertoire and seeing this shit, she ain't gonna do it. James Tallarico, why do they want him? Because he's a white dude. But they know James Tallarico wouldn't win either. So that's why they would rather support James Tallarico than Jasmine Crockett. Because they know he's not going to win anyway. Because the thing is, he goes, he's a non practicing white. Where's Joshua when you need him? The non practicing white. But that's the thing. He's like, he's a Christian that actually believes in the Christian values and speaks on it. How true he is to them, I don't know. I'm not from Texas. But at the same time, this dude goes against the principles of what these Republicans that are in power have. Yep. But that's why, Corey, that's the whole thing. That's why they did that. That's why she's also running for Senate. But the thing is they know that for her to win Senate, it's gonna be tough. So when you redistrict her out, meaning she's no longer gonna have a seat in the House, she can't go to another place and try to run, or she can run to a district where she knows she's not gonna win. She decided, I'm gonna go and run for senator. The problem with that is that, hey, you're in a state that already tried to flush you out. So the thing is just like what she needs to do is that she needs to go to get fucking Tallarico in. If Tallarico may not be the better fit, but if he can win, that at least starts the snowball. Cause the thing is you're not gonna change the fucking redistricting and stuff like that in the state if you still have Republicans running it. You need Democrats to keep winning. You need them to start winning. But if you're doing it to that manner, it's not gonna work. That's why I was like, yeah, it'd be cool. But nah, they doing this for a reason. That whole redistricting thing, that was a way. That was Donald Trump's way. You really think it was about these 5 seats? It wasn't about no 5 seats. Yo, how can we shut her ass up? She talk too damn much. She always keeps the fucking receipts. How do we get her ass the fuck up out of here? It ain't want about no fucking 5 seats. You ain't gonna win 5 seats when the rest of the fucking state sees you full of shit and you making them lose money and shit is more expensive. And you see what I'm saying? But it was just like, we need to shut her up because who else talks like that? Who else on the Democratic side talk like that? Who calls them out and has the receipts? You don't hear Cory Booker like that. You don't hear Hakeem Jeffries. You don't hear fucking Chuck Schumer. You don't hear Pelosi. You don't hear none of these fucking Democrats talking the way she does. So what's the easiest way to get out? Who do you think the Dem Party will champion? I don't know, man. I really don't know. I know everybody talking fucking Gavin Newsom, and that's another fucking Israeli fucking plant too. Everybody, and that's the thing, everybody likes him a lot because he talks a lot of fucking shit to Trump. That's why a lot of people siding with him. But that man already said he's with Israel. I forget what conference he did. It was some conference he said that shit. I was just like, bro, can't do that. Nope. Sorry, can't do that. If you can't support your fucking self, and you gotta believe in another country before you believe in the United States, nah, I ain't with it. I was like, I served this country for a fucking reason. It wasn't to make sure that everybody else is taken care of, but the people that I fucking make sure to fucking serve and volunteer to fucking do what I did fucking don't get what they need. Nah, fuck that. I'm not with that shit. Bro, you are trying to get on my keyboard and it's not gonna happen. Either you stay there or you can get up on. And that's the thing. That's what people don't realize. This is the easiest way to get rid of Jasmine Crockett. It was like you think it's not. That's why people be like, because I've noticed, I've seen it, just like James Tallarico is receiving money from the Republicans. You notice how James Tallarico talk? Have you heard James Tallarico talk shit to anybody? No. So the Republicans know if he wins, if that this man ain't gonna fucking, he's not gonna be fucking one of these people that's a part of their group, but he's not gonna be fucking one that talks shit to them. That's why Republicans would rather him than fucking Jasmine. Because Jasmine wins, that means that woman gonna run her fucking mouth the whole time. They don't want that shit. They don't want it. They don't want another position. Basically, they don't want another position of a minority to show that they have the capability to influence the future. That's simple. He sounds like Obama, but at the same time, it's just like I don't care what you sound like. Like I said, you got to go through the voting thing. It was just like you got to check how they voted, the stuff they've done. It's just like they have track records. Jasmine Crockett has a good track record, but at the same time, what's up, Ty? If you going and making trips to Israel, I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. No, if you going out there and doing all this stuff, no, I don't. That rubs me wrong because every single one of these politicians that's gone over there is always on some shit for them, always voting in their. Yeah, and that's the thing. She has support for them, and I was just like, that's the thing that rubs me wrong about her. If it weren't for that, I was just like, look, if you're a politician right now and you haven't said anything about the situation and the genocide that's happening in Gaza, I just can't rock with you. Yes, that's the thing. James is a suck up. That's why I don't like him either. Because the thing is he talks well, he means well, but he's gonna be a bitch. He's trying too hard because the thing is this is what Tallarico is trying to do. Tallarico is trying to get those white Christians that are fucking Republican and MAGA to switch sides. That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to use the whole back me by faith thing, and I'm all about faith, and I'm willing to, accept y'all, and give y'all forgiveness even though y'all decided to vote for this guy. I'll give y'all the forgiveness to, move forward and make things better type shit. That's the whole thing that he's trying. It was like, because the thing is the reason why he's faking it, Brax, is because he knows Texas, he will not. The Democrats ain't gonna win the Senate. It's just not gonna happen. I'm sorry. I hate to say this, but my focus is on what's going on here first. Once we fix us, we can look at what's going on elsewhere. But that's the thing. A lot of these politicians ain't focused here. The I look. This is just my opinion, y'all. I'm not saying this is factual. When I'm talking like this is basically my opinion. With the stuff that I've said, those things are facts. But it's just that how I feel. He's trying to work with Republicans. He's trying to work with Republicans. He wants to make it blue, but the thing is you got to remember, at the end of the day, even though we can't stand Republicans, we can't stand MAGA because Republicans are the ones that are actually will vote blue. MAGA is just going to be MAGA. But the thing is, you still have them in the country. You still need their votes. You still need them to participate. And the thing is the majority of this country is still white. Now, the percentage that's racist, we don't know. That part we don't know. But that part is a big influence going forward. You said 90%. But then that means for a non-racist, because if Talarico's non-racist, in order for racists to believe in him, he has to fake the funk. He's gonna have to. In order to get these people to believe so that you can actually get in the position to make those changes, because you ain't gonna make those changes when you're on the sideline, you gotta win. That's what you gotta win. And the thing is they're gonna try to make it as hard as possible for them not to win. If he can fake it, the thing is that's what I'm saying though. I don't want him either. But at the same time, he's the one that gives Democrats a better chance of getting a foothold in there. And then Jasmine can run for the other seat. See what I'm saying? Jasmine Crockett is still young. She's not going to be a representative anymore. But if you can have James Tallarico win this one and have her campaign for 28, then you have two blue senators. See what I'm saying? This is not a we all Democrats want to fucking think the whole short game thing only. It was like you got to think long game also. It's like the smart thing would be, it was like, hey, let Tallarico win, because then that means he's there for 6 years, right? Wait another two, we vote Jasmine in, because the other motherfucker gonna go. Now you have Tallarico and Jasmine in Texas as two Democrats. I know that's what I'm saying. It is a hard sell in Texas. In Texas, it's difficult to do that. But at the same time, the way this fucking administration is doing it is not that hard, because look at all the states right now. A lot of the states right now, I know Dems don't think long game, and that's the whole thing. They want to think. They think that hey, we getting these wins right now, we good. We're gonna take over. No, you gotta continue the fucking success. That's how Republicans have been doing it. That's how Republicans have done it for all these fucking dumbass states. How you think Mississippi, Alabama, Missouri, and all these should stay red? Because they continue and they think the long game. I was like, we gonna win these seats slowly, but keep on winning them. Not we gonna win a couple this midterm, and then we think something's gonna happen, and then what the Republicans gonna do like they always do? Well, the Democrats took over and they fucked everything up. See, James Talarico or Jasmine Crockett is there, and then Texas is now worse. No, it's been worse because of the fucking Republican Party that made it that way, but they're gonna blame it on this person. That's why they gotta keep, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's a continuation. The shit just keeps being refabricated in a different sense. Oh no, I'm not here for the whole white salvation thing. Ty, I understand. I understand that. I understand that. The problem is that we don't have enough of us fucking running. We don't have enough minorities running. You get minorities here and there, but the thing is people don't rally behind them. It was just like, look, a lot of people ain't rallying behind Jasmine Crockett. Oh, just like that, but that's the thing. It's just like that's why the Republican Party. You think the Republicans thinking short game? No, the destruction of the Department of Education. That's on purpose because if you keep people stupid, you don't keep them educated into how the Republicans keep screwing them over. How do you think these red states continue to be stuck on dumb? Because they're not educated. You mean to tell me you've been ran by the same fucking Republicans for the past 15 years and you gonna blame it on a Democrat for your fucking. Come on now. You gotta be kind of stupid to still believe that shit. You gonna believe Joe Biden fucked your shit up, but your fucking state been ran by the fucking Republicans for the last 20 years, and Joe Biden was the one that fucked your shit up. He came in that one time and fucked the shit up in 4 years. But the past 16 that the Republicans have been running your state, they ain't do nothing wrong. You've been poor since then. It hasn't changed. Like the fuck? But that's the thought process. Why do you think blue states, most of them have better education systems? And that's why they vote the way they do. They have more resources. Yeah, you may pay higher taxes, but I bet you get paid more also. You paying more, but you making more. Now imagine you in one of these red states where you making the same, but still paying more. Yet trying to blame it on somebody else when your taxes go up like the people in charge you didn't pick. You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't pick these people. You didn't pick these Republicans. The people that just said, "Oh, we're gonna increase your property taxes by 8%." Those were the immigrants, right? Those were the immigrants that voted that in. Yeah, those are immigrants, right? Yeah, the immigrants, the ones fucking up everything, right? They fuck everything up. Those immigrants, right? They raise the property taxes. Damn immigrants, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, see, but that's the thing. It's a time period. It has to go through thing. The thing is that you haven't had a white president that has been as polarizing as Donald Trump. You haven't had a president that's been as polarizing. We had Barack Obama, but we were the minority still. And some of them liked him, but you saw how the racists came out in full force when he won. That's why they took advantage of it. Donald Trump has been one of the more polarizing presidents ever. It sucks to fucking say it, but it's the fucking truth. He has been one of the most polarizing presidents we've had. Because Bill Clinton didn't have white people like this. George Bush didn't have white people like this. Even Reagan didn't have, and they loved Reagan. No, it's been starting since for some time, but the thing is just like nobody has been as polarizing as Donald Trump. Donald Trump has been a polarizing president. Cause the thing is when was the last time any of these any white president, right, came up with our own fucking group that believed them like a fucking cult? You can't tell me another white president that's done that. You cannot tell me of another white president that was as polarizing as Donald Trump that has been able to say whatever the fuck he wants and these people don't care. Shit. Bill Clinton got a blowjob in the fucking White House. They tried to impeach his ass. This dude is fucking coming out as a pedophile and these people are still supporting him. So it's just like, that's what I'm, you see what I'm saying? Like, that's the level of fucking polarization. You see what I'm saying, Ty? That's the thing. This man has been so polarizing that they have been able to continue their rhetoric and push it even further because of the fact that his rhetoric and his following is that strong. The easiest way for me to put that is imagine Joe Biden doing the shit that he doing right now. Imagine Joe Biden doing what Donald Trump has been doing now. You think Joe Biden would get away with this shit? You think George W. would have gotten away with this shit? That's the polarizing effect that Donald Trump has had. Yeah, even Reagan tried to get assassinated. They tried to assassinate Reagan too. And look, Brack, see, look, that's what I'm saying. There has been no other president, at least in my lifetime. Maybe prior to my lifetime. I'm 40 years old. I've gone through a bunch of presidents. But there has never been another president that has been as polarizing as fucking Donald Trump. And they are using that to their advantage. The war on drugs was just another way to get into fucking minority communities and flood them with fucking drugs so that you can get them in trouble for it. But they don't want to talk about it. Trump is not gangster. Trump is not anything that anybody wants to claim he is. He's just a polarizing individual that has been able to use the belief and the thought process and the processes that he has pronounced, announced, and put into work so that they do that. That's what it is. Because like I said, no other, no other president has gotten away with the shit this man has gotten away with. Like I said, tell me what would happen if Joe Biden would have done any of this shit. Imagine Joe Biden would have torn down a part of the White House. Shit, look how these people treated Joe Biden when he was falling asleep, but fucking Donald Trump fall asleep all the time too. Joe Biden forget everything, but Donald Trump can't remember what the fuck he signed, and then he wants to accuse people of auto pen. Trump don't put anybody to what test has anybody gone through with Donald Trump? Ain't nobody being tested by Donald Trump. Bro, hold on. Republicans lost their shit because a man wore a fucking tan suit. Fuck is you talking about? A tan fucking suit made y'all lose your shit. The man supposedly got shot in the ear. At least Ronald Reagan got shot in the ass. He does things no other president I have ever seen try to do. You're 63 years old, and in 63 years, you haven't seen any other president do that. You didn't see that with Nixon? You didn't see that with Nixon. So Richard Nixon didn't exist for you. You didn't learn history of that. You ain't hear about Watergate. You ain't. I got taught that. I got taught that. Brex, anybody with their right sense of mind. That's why most MAGA and most Republicans, that's why they left that shit and let it go. Why you think most of MAGA, these people that actually do fire weapons, the Second Amendment nuts. Oh, my bad. He got shot in the chest. My bad. He got shot though. He actually got shot. Actually. Not fucking figuratively, actually. That's the thug. That man is like 50 Cent. He was 50 Cent before 50 Cent. That man got shot. He really got shot. I'm just saying. He got shot though. My bad. My bad. I was still young when he got shot, so I don't remember exactly where he got shot at. Anybody anybody that's seen real blood, anybody that knows the trajectory of a round going, if you get shot this way, the blood doesn't go this way. I'm sorry. It just doesn't do that. Even in the movies, you've never seen that the blood just squirts the opposite way. I'm, I'm just saying, you know, I'm just saying. It don't. Well, yeah, many don't know about where he got shot because he was getting in the car, but he got shot. But that's what I'm saying. Reagan actually got shot. Donald Trump did not get shot, but they get mad when you talk about that. Bro, look at how the Secret Service got Reagan in that fucking vehicle. They wasn't letting this man take no photo ops. A photo op? The fuck? What kind of Timu fucking Secret Service you got? Man, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Motherfucker, get the fuck in there. It was just like, ain't no fucking way. No, the photographers was what gave it up even more because ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way the Secret Service is gonna direct the fucking photographers to the front of the thing after the fucking presidential nominee or any elected person or any person running for any political just got shot. Nobody fucking moves. What's up, Miss Darling? Nobody fucking moves. Ain't nobody allowed to move, bro. I don't give a fuck if they give it all clear or not. Your ass gonna stay right there because you might get shot for moving too quick. Lower the. Come on, man. He ain't got nothing wrong, bro. He got that fucking fucking tampon or the maxi pads that he had on his fucking ear. I was just like, them shits got some healing powers. I don't know what y'all women be putting on, but damn, them fucking shits got some fucking healing powers on them shits. Cause damn, I was like, them shits heal y'all. Them shits must heal the insides of y'all quick, cause that shit regenerated the whole fucking ear. Cause shit, you want to tell me that y'all maxi pads could do that? Fuck, I'm gonna just start put. You know what? I got a scratch maxi pad. That's what I'm saying. Like maxi This shit got reproductive powers that you ain't even fucking know of, bro. What the fuck you talking about? What the fuck? You know You are laughing at a man that was shot and a person killed? Who was laughing at the person that got killed? Ain't nobody making fun of the person that got killed because somebody actually died for his fake ass fucking stunt. Ain't nobody laughing at the fact that a person. I'm laughing at the scene, yes, because you and your dumbass group of people actually believe that he got shot in the ear. That's the funny part. No, it doesn't matter to you because you want to pick a choice of being sensitive when you think it's good to be sensitive. I bet you had no problem with Alex Purdy getting shot. I bet you said that Renee Good deserved to get shot too, right? Your 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 lack of typing shows. Cause now all of a sudden you don't got the quick responses. Now all of a sudden you ain't got shit to say. Oh no, you can argue anything. See, now you don't want to answer the fucking questions because it shows how hypocritical you are. You want to pick and choose when your emotional fucking damage is supporting your theory, but then when somebody else goes to compliment anything against it, all of a sudden you're offended. All of a sudden you want to bring a semantic that wasn't even being spoken of the fucking topic. Because we didn't have anything to say about the people that died. We were talking about Donald Trump. Yet you wanted to change the narrative because of the thing is that you can't prove your falsehood in your information. So you want to try to gaslight and you trying to insinuate the fact that we were talking about something we weren't talking about. Because who was talking about the people that died? Because the shooter died also. Did you feel bad for him? He got shot. He was a kid that was in a Black Rock video. He got shot too. Did you feel bad for him? Oh no, you didn't. So like I said, you select your fucking outrage. You know why I laughed? Cause I know a fake being shot at when it's fake. Cause I served in the military. I know a lot of my friends served in the military. People get shot. And when people get shot, they don't have that response. When people get shot, blood doesn't come out that way. When people get shot, they don't try to fucking take a photo op. They try to make sure the person is good and the area secure. I live right in Delta Territory. So you live in Delta Territory, but you've never been a part of it. Got it. Yeah, that's how easy it is. That's how easy it is. Cause if you were actually about that life, you would actually know what the fuck happened. Appreciate you, Romeo. Yeah, talk about I'm 63 years old of what? Stupid? Cause ain't no fucking way. Miss Darling, you gonna be the one at the briefing, right? Miss Darling's gonna be the one at the briefing talk about the aliens that Donald Trump wants to release the information for. It's gonna be Miss Darling then. Look, y'all got a live celebrity here because she knows. Like, you see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They're just like the craziest thing is that people come into these chats thinking that they're gonna get away with their ignorance. Like, no, bro, this we don't do that here. We don't do that here. I was like, you're not gonna come up with stupidity because if you around the area, you about the community, so you know what the fuck happens. It's just like shit. It was just like even if you went just to a shooting range. Oh, see now he got to run. Bye, 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 bye. I gotta go. Damn. I got called out for my ignorance. I gotta go. Oh, just like that's why the Democrats is gonna lose, bro. You still protecting pedophiles to this day, even after the Epstein list. You still protecting pedophiles. You still believe in the Republican way when everything that was promised to you has been a lie. Fuck up out of here, man. I don't the fuck. Like, come on, man. It was like that's the crazy part about it. It was just like y'all come into these chats because y'all think somebody's gonna be fucking politically correct. I'm not one of these content creators like these other grifters that'll just kiss your ass just because they want to have a conversation with you. Fuck out of here. You came to the wrong fucking channel. TikTok don't like me. You not gonna like me. So I'm on different platforms for a reason because I know coming here, too much bitch comes out of this fucking platform. Which it was like I'm the least racist president. Bro, I got black friends, Ty. Ty, I got black friends. I have black friends. I can't be racist. I can't discriminate. I got white friends. Fuck you mean? The fuck? Like, how can I be me? Nah. I got white and black friends. Come on, bro. Like, you can't tell me I'm racist. I got white and black friends. I know a couple of Asians too. Imagine that. Crazy. I know. It's crazy. I don't like getting into specifics. I don't like getting into specifics. I can't get into specifics. Don't want to offend anybody. Mel, of course. Of course not. I got friends everywhere. I know friends everywhere. Can't be racist. Discriminatory? Never. Of course not. Nope. We don't do that here. We don't do that here. Sorry. It's like these people it's just like, come on now. I was like, y'all believe all the stuff y'all be saying and shit. It's just like the fuck. I was like, but that's the thing. It's just like these people just think it's just like they still under that same blanket theory, that same thought process. Like, no, we are not the same. We are not we will not be on the same level. We will not be in the same rooms talking to each other. That's just not gonna happen. I'm shocked and appalled. That's when y'all hit me with the when you thought you knew somebody. Hot damn. I thought I knew crew. God damn it. Like damn. We done lost another one. Like, get the fuck out of here with this shit, man. Like, what the fuck y'all thinking, man? Like, that should be killing me. Like, people just be coming in here. It's just like, blessings. Yeah, wife is doing laundry. She's walking back and forth. Y'all can't see her unless you're on YouTube. As the widescreen, she's like walking back and forth. She's gone now, but he said, "Bless you." Oh man. But that's the thing. It's like you gotta be serious with it though. It's just like some of these people is just like ignorant to the fact. It's just like you can tell that a lot of these people try to associate themselves and they group themselves with people that don't give a fuck about them. They just want to be able to like. It's funny because I had this conversation. What was it yesterday? That is like these people want to associate themselves with something. What you want, bro? Fine. Say hi to the people. Say hi to the people, because that's what you want. You hit him with the pss, 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 pss. Cause I could probably hear him a lot if you're on the on YouTube. You can hear this fucking guy purring like crazy. Y'all might be able to hear him through there too. Dude, it's loud as hell. But yeah, that's the thing. It's just like there's no the conversation point of that is like the conversation point is not there anymore. It's just like it's the fake belief, the thought process that people have memory. I have a good memory. I'm like an elephant at times with shit that I shouldn't be fucking remembering, but the shit I need to, I don't. But those are the instances where it's just like there's a lot of that stuff that is just like these people don't understand. It's just like I'm not a fucking historian, but I'm a fucking millennial. I've been through enough shit in 40 fucking years. I've been through enough fucking traumatizing shit for more than enough fucking lifetimes. It's just like I ain't got the time to be wasting with all this shit. I've gone through too much shit in this fucking 40 years of my fucking life. I was just like, but that's the thing. It was just like we went through history and we acknowledged history because for us, history wasn't on a computer. We had to read the shit. We had to go to the library for shit. Most of the historical shit I did, it wasn't on video. It wasn't. We didn't have a YouTube channel for it. Oh well, 504 a year for basic unusual. Yeah, it's Corey's the it's pricey because of the fact that it's just like those are the ones that give you the actual like when Nancy Pelosi's wife and shit does fucking deals, you know what Nancy Pelosi's wife did and the husband did type shit. Those old school projector things. Yeah, we had to read. We actually read the newspaper. We didn't have audio books. We didn't have the ability to fucking sit, do whatever the hell we need to, and have somebody tell us what the fuck was going on. No, we had to sit down and read the shit. So if we took the time to sit down and read the shit, that means we took the time to actually acknowledge the shit. You had to have reading comprehension to understand what the fuck was being taught. I was like, that's the difference. That shit don't happen now. That shit don't happen now. I was like, you remember National Geographic back in the day? You actually learned a whole lot from it before. These motherfuckers will tell you everything. Like, hey, this is okay, that's up. I don't know. Microfish at the life. It's a bunch of stuff that they just don't have now that people don't use, don't learn from, and they can't. It's a whole different thing. Tech advanced, and the thing is Todd, tech advanced. The problem was it was that it advanced in different. How can you put it? In different. It advanced in areas that some should have just been left behind. I would say. Appreciate the rose, Corey. I was like, that's the one thing. It was like it improved in aspects that it shouldn't have fucking improved in. I was like, technology has been used in some of the worst fucking fashions, and the technology has been created more to fucking destroy the world than it has to fucking better it or make it last longer. Plain and fucking simple. That's where technology has failed. It was just like, you mean to tell me you can fucking make a explosive that can fucking destroy half of the fucking world, but you haven't been able to figure out how cancer works? I'm just saying. You got all this technology. He said, "Don't start." I was trying to do some work, but y'all got me started. Now y'all got me started. Oh, TikTok. Yeah, I know. You right, Ty. You right. You right. Fuck them, Ty. Fuck them. It's like I was like, that's what it was. Just like you seen the destruction that has happened in this fucking world. Get that, but that's what I'm saying, Corey. That's something that technology wasn't made to. Because the thing is look, you got Chat GPT now, right? Chat GPT is more concerned with you developing some fucking bullshit than actually using it to fucking teach kids. What do you mean you have the ability to research information, everything beyond this point or past before this point? Meaning, when it comes to teaching stuff, you have the ability to incorporate all different types of teachings, find the best way of teaching, and then teach people to educate people to be more educated. As a brother, how you supposed to be getting work? Hey, bro, I got most of it done throughout the day. I just came out tonight to do some of it. I am typing slowly, but it's happening. It's just like we're gonna teach you what we want to teach you, but you have access to all the fucking information in the fucking world. But we're just gonna teach you the shit that doesn't matter. We're not gonna teach you how to do taxes though. Even though you start paying them at 18 till the rest of your fucking life. But no. We're not gonna teach you that part, right? That's not good. You mean to tell me y'all want to fucking worry about, oh, let's get to Mars before we fix our own fucking Earth? You're out here cutting down the fucking rainforest, and then you want to go to Mars? if you can't keep the fucking rainforest here, what makes you think you're gonna grow them over there? Like, what the fuck? Like, bro, how many people don't have time? Fix my fucking car rim, or better yet, make a fucking car rim that doesn't fucking pop because of your shit ass roads. How about that technology? Don't you got me started now, Ty. Who's cutting down the rainforest? The Amazon, a lot of it has been cut down that wasn't cut down before. Why? Hold on. Since you got me started, right? Why is it? Why is it that my car still gets the same fucking mileage it did 20 fucking years ago? Y'all been making car engines and all this shit. You can you can make the car go fucking 250 miles an hour, but you can't fucking save it for gas, so I don't have to spend as much on gas when I'm making the same trip over the past 30 years. I, I'm just saying. Cars haven't gotten any fuel efficient, but they've gotten pricier. So what exactly am I paying for? Because the whole point of the vehicle is to be fuel efficient. That's when you remember, or maybe that's back in the day also, but you remember that that's when the car got more expensive because it lasted longer between Phillips. You remember that? I know, crazy, right? That's now you pay. now you now you are paying for the ability to give someone an X-ray when you flash the high beams. That's what you're paying for now. That's what you're paying for now. The ability to flash somebody an X-ray when you're driving. That's what you're paying for now. That's the experience you're paying for. Cause before you could see in front of you. Now with those fucking LED lights, you can see into the future. That's bro. Them shits will give you an X-ray, fucking CAT scan, and everything. When the motherfucker goes, especially when you're driving and they got these bright ass LED lights that you think they have the high beams on, and then you hit your high beams, and then they X-ray you, and you like, oh damn. I was just like, my bad, bro. that's. I'm just saying. These LED lights, I was just like, bro, on the highway, that shit is bad. And then you want to put them on 18 wheelers? Like these motherfuckers ain't got like 55 lights, looking like a fucking alien is fucking driving at you. Like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? You already retrofitted your whole shit like a Christmas light. Now you got all LED lights. Talk about I'm a fucking 18 wheeler trying to just fucking stigmatism. You look, if you got a stigmatism, that shit must feel like you thought you probably died and you going somewhere. Cause if you got a stigmatism, that shit just glowing. You probably thinking that's it. It was done. I'm done. It was a good life. It was a good life. You going into a portal. You done drove into a fucking the light. Exactly. It's just like, oh shit. It was like, I didn't know I can travel like this. Type shit. That shit is, bro, that shit is wild. Them shit be bright as fuck. It was like, bro, it was like, if that was the fucking case, what the fuck you got street lights for? I can illuminate the whole town with this bitch. Like, what the fuck you need street? We should be saving money. Just have people drive, bro. Like, No, like, what do you say? No, my thing, it's not even what is God driving. It's like, what are you scared of that you need that many fucking lights? Bro, literally, bro, what animal is gonna see all these lights and be like, yeah, I'm running in front of this shit? I heard a deer in headlights, but that motherfucker gonna be like, that shit don't look normal to me. I ain't, nope. We staying right here. We ain't running across shit today. That shit way too fucking bright. The fucking deer, like, bro, the deer ain't no way a deer's gonna cross, get caught in headlights, cause that shit seen it from fucking 4 miles away. Fucking lights coming at him. He's gonna be like, I think, yeah, I'll stay here. Like, oh dang. See, but that's on the inside, Miss Darling. That's not bad. On the inside, you can see it. That shit ain't blinding you. It was like motherfuckers think they traveling the fucking. It was like you think you like where the fuck do you drive at that you need lights like this? I understand it gets dark in some places, but damn, that's beyond fucking dark. That's just like craziness. Like, what the fuck did you just do? Yo, your vehicle still gets 23 miles per gallon, but you can see all 23 miles. See what I'm type shit? Your vehicle could travel 23 miles, but your headlights will make sure you can see the whole way there. See, you good. That's what you paid for. You can see the whole way where your vehicle could take you. It was like you won't. So if your shit break down, you can walk the rest of the way and still be lit. You see what I'm saying? That shit is crazy. Yo, brights will bring you to the next life. That'll bring the next person to the next life because that motherfucker might crash. That person might crash fucking seeing this. Yo. That shit is crazy, but that's technology for you. Why the fuck do we need brighter lights? It was like maybe it was to dim the stars. That's the she said I've seen it. I seen it. Yeah. They'll be like, look, bro, you thought time travel? We got time travel. All you got to do is walk into some fucking lights and you see the future. That's it. That's why they made those lights. Appreciate the heartbeat. She said, "Skunks." Bro, you see, I'm telling you, you get people X-rays and shit, and it's worse. Like I said, when you got the regular your low your regular lights on, and then you flash the low beams because they didn't realize you had your fucking regular lights on. That shit is crazy. That's like motherfuckers. Why I gotta wear shades at night, bro? Why I gotta keep my shade? Like that song, I wear my sunglasses at night. Yeah, so I won't get blinded by these fucking LED lights. You know how crazy that is? Talk about yeah, y'all fucking crazy. This is why I can't get no shit done because of y'all going on with these conversations. Oh man, fucking teleportation lights on these fucking vehicles. TikTok sells for glasses. TikTok knows. It was like, yo ass go get blinded by these LED lights that we also sell. So we'll sell you the LED lights that you can put on your car, and then we'll sell you the glasses so that you can actually see. Just shit. Shit, because when we made this video for this, we couldn't actually see the lights. So we had to make glasses so that you could see what we were seeing so we could sell it to you. You said the lies you tell. I'm just saying it's the fucking truth. Yo, Roman, this is what we doing all the fucking time. This is usually the late night chats. If I'm not talking political stuff, it goes like this most of the time because we'll start some random ass conversations. You know, just like I didn't ask to see another fucking planet. Studio lighting, you don't need all that, Saki. That's if you need like planetary lighting. If you trying to have a concert, you don't need fucking studio lights. Just park the cars in the back. Just shine them shits in. I usually don't. I usually don't get shit done here. I try. I try my best. I was like, you want some? That's how you think all these fucking celebrities when they do these concerts. You think they got lights up there? Nah, it's all the parked cars that they just had flashing in, and they good. It was like we gonna make sure. It was like, look, these are the kind of lights you need to travel in NASA. So we just trying to get y'all used to the shit now, because we gonna make it there before we actually fix the road here. We'll make better roads over there. We have the technology to do that. To make better roads over there than we do here. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like, like, where are we going? I don't know. Elon going somewhere because I don't know where the fuck everybody else. I know I ain't going. Criminals, not here. We don't get work done. We don't get work here done. Here, if you come into this chat later on in the night and we bullshitting, ain't shit getting done. You're gonna be talking about all sorts of random shit here because that's what we usually do. We'll usually talk politics and then somebody starts with something and then we just go off the rails and it's just a conversation and it's just like having fun. That's what we do here. It was like everybody will come up, somebody will come up with some topic and then we just run with that shit and it won't stop. You should say, he said we don't be it's just like that's how it usually is here. It was like we will start on something. We'll start on some conversation, something about politics going on. Then somebody starts on something, and we just go off the rails and continue with it. And then that's the thing. It's like most of the time, it's not even me. I'm just egging the shit on that y'all come up with. That's what makes it even worse. It's like I'm not even the one coming up with most of the shit. It's y'all saying shit, and I'm just fucking running with it. Bro, everybody trying to leave, bro. It was like, bro, it was like what got me. The shit that got me was when fucking it was just like NASA. It was like we're gonna find out what's in the ocean, and then they said, nah, bro, we going to space, bro. What the fuck you seen down there? What you see? Something scared the shit out of you that you was just like, we can't stay here no more. We gotta go. The motherfucker said we gotta go to space, even though we can't travel in space. We gonna lie to the people and say we went to space because we don't want to stay here. The fuck? I was like, people don't question that either. I was just like, you know what it is? They haven't put none of them LED lights on them fucking submarines. That's why they can't see shit down there. That's what it is. They need to make a sub, put some of these fucking LED lights like these fucking truckers, but bro, we see the whole. We'll map out the whole Mariana Trench in a day. Just send a submarine with a whole bunch of these LED lights. We straight. We'll see the whole fucking ocean. Mel, I just seen that. I just seen that shit talk about that there's a rip in the fucking somewhere 120 fucking light years or some shit away. Like, bro, why am I concerned with 120 light years? You could barely give me good internet service when I go into certain parks, and I'm concerned with a tear in the fucking stars 120 mile. Like, bro, what? It was just like, bro, how? Like what? Bro, like how long is it gonna take to get to Mars? Just the trip alone, you aging. What are we doing? Ty, how they go? You heard that you gonna live 200 years in Mars, but you can barely make it to 100. you gonna live you gonna live 200 years in Mars. We can barely make it to 100 here. Bro, you can't. I'm sorry. Like, how? Come on now. Like, this shit don't make no fucking sense. Like, are you fucking serious? Like, you gonna live for whatever? I'm just like, bro. You said you said Mars got there. Appreciate the shares, bro. But that's crazy though. It's just like, how the hell you gonna tell me it's going? You're like, you more concerned with getting off of this planet than actually fixing it here. He said, "Man's probably got petty." Damn, he's sharing a lot. Damn, bro, yo. I appreciate it. That usually don't happen here because TikTok is gonna be like, nah, we ain't sending this shit out. TikTok gonna be like, nah, bro, we don't want crews out there to these people. We don't want people seeing crews. They don't know. We don't want that. We don't want that. This guy's too. He's a bully. He's like, it's okay, y'all. Romeo's new here. It's okay. It's okay. Romeo's new here. Romeo doesn't know that TikTok don't like me. He hasn't found that out yet. He hasn't he hasn't experienced the quick bans yet. The magical I just disappears. He hasn't experienced that yet. He'll get there, y'all. He'll see it. He'll see it. He'll see it one day. He'll see it one day. Probably within the next 20 minutes or so. Now let me stop. But that's what it is. But look, but that's what I'm saying. Look at technology. I wish. Imagine. He said, "I don't know how you popped up in my feed, bro. I don't. It's random because the thing is most of the time TikTok will not push me to people. It was just like it randomly doesn't. Most of the time, it does not push me to people. It was just like the people you see here are the people that are always here, and I appreciate the fuck out of everybody that's always here. These are the people that are always here because they know how I am. We it's to have a good time. I'm gonna call stupid shit out if it's stupid, but it's to have a good fucking time. It was just like we gotta laugh, bro. It's just like, and but that's the thing, and then that's the thing. It's just like with a lot of y'all don't even get the notifications that I'm on. So TikTok don't even be pushing me out to the people that do follow me to tell them like, yo, Cruise is live. Some people just be happen to just like, oh shit, Cruise is on, and it's a look. I got people that find me because YouTube let them know I'm online. So that's the thing. But that's it's the I'm just here to have a good time, man. It's just like spread happiness, spread knowledge, and that's it. See, look, I appreciate that, Mel. I appreciate that. And then that's the thing. It's just like, see, appreciate the heartbeats. It was like people have to check to find that I'm live. And it's just like, what's up, keeping? It was just like people have to check that I'm live. People have to see that. I was just like most of the time I'm just being as honest as I possibly can be. I don't sugarcoat shit. I'm not. I can be I can be ignorant if I choose to, but most of the time it's just to talk to people that have the same thought process or just like most of the time I tell people this. If it's in my head, I need to get it out there. Appreciate that, keeping. And I've been following for over years. See, look, people been following me for quite some time because I started what over a year. I'm going on what, approaching on 2 years of doing this, and it was like some people have been with, like Jeanette has been from the start, and she gets notified through YouTube. I was just, but that's the thing. It's just a, I'm gonna be honest with you, but at the same time, I'm gonna try to have fun with it because that's the thing. Is just like some things you have to laugh. Some things, sometimes we'll have discussions here that are just serious, and it won't. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit. And it's gonna be some tough conversations. And then sometimes it's just like, yeah, it's sometimes it's just you gotta laugh at the stupid shit that goes on, and it's just like you gotta enjoy it. It's just like we can't be bitter all the fucking time. Yeah. We gotta laugh. We gotta laugh. We gotta enjoy each other's company. We gotta talk stuff like that, just to be able to continue with the shit. Because most of the time, it don't go like that. When you start paying attention to all the bad shit that happens in the world, it gets overwhelming. So sometimes it's good to pay attention to the shit that makes you laugh and the shit that makes you wonder, like, why the fuck did this happen? Or, like I said, those LED lights. Why? Why are we going to Mars? I was like, this shit gets overwhelming. So it's just like, I'll try to preach out information I have. I try to educate and I try to push out all the knowledge I have. Because the thing is it's knowing that the knowledge I have, if I keep it to myself, I'm not making the world any better. The only way you make the world better is by everybody in the world knowing what you know. And that's why sometimes it's just random conversations, and then whatever conversation y'all lead, I just go with it. Joe, these stupid people like stupid funny beyond stupid. But that's what it is. It's just like you just have to go off of this and just go with it. It was like, look, I was here working on a spreadsheet. And then look at how we've gone on a fucking tangent for the last fucking 45 minutes. Oh yeah, the Dow is at 50,000. That's why I'm like this. Ty, you didn't know that? The Dow's at 50. I ain't got shit to worry about. What about tariffs? Healthcare? The Dow is at 50, bro. The fuck you talking about? The fuck you mean? Like what? Healthcare. Who talks about that? I was like, topic, who knows how to start a garden in the basement? We got to get it right. Ooh, what kind of gardening? You garden or the gardening garden? Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, remember it went up to 15% because he got mad. My man got mad at the fact that they said his shit was illegal, so he got mad at the fact that. So he just said, "Leave me alone." I'm just asking questions, man. I'm trying to help you out. Ehan, I will always gonna look out for veterans. I'm a veteran myself. That's something I always do. That's something I've look. If you've been here long enough, I am here to help everybody. I don't ask for nothing. I don't ask for donations. I don't ask for gifts. If you want to, I appreciate the fuck out of you. But here, you don't have to do that. Me is just to assist people because that's what you got to do in the world. Being nice costs nothing. That's it. Being nice costs nothing. Educating people costs nothing. That's all it is. So I won't tell if I get some. See, now with the gardening stuff, that stuff I don't know. You got to get the you have to get. She can use those LED lights. They might burn through the fucking floor. she can't use those. You might have to put them just all the way at the top. They'll just go burn through everything. Or your shit might grow extra fast. Your shit's you got that instant pot right there with them fucking lights. That shit hit. Wow, that's what you got with them shit. That's what you gonna get. She gonna have the instant pot. Yeah, y'all remember when they had what was it? Like it won't have my house like a lady. You just go see Mel outside with the fucking sticks, like go for it, go landing. Nah, but for that I wouldn't be able to do that. I wouldn't be able to assist with the gardening of that. So it definitely it has to do with the lighting though. I know with that is definitely lighting, Mel. Is definitely the lighting and temperature. That's what it basically goes to. You have to make sure you have the proper temperature for it to grow. Because if you have them LED lights, I'm just gonna burn through it. So you have to have those special lights that you can grow it, but then the room temperature has to stay the same for that. It has to you have to make it like a greenhouse effect, I guess you could say. It's the best way of putting it. So you have to have a certain kind of moisture in there, a certain kind of thing there to be able to do something like that indoors. And so that's what I know of it. Otherwise, I have a garden outside. It's not one of those gardens. It's not a gardening one. Oh yeah, that's how I said. If you get one of those LED lights, it should grow fast. Might grow too fast, but you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, shit happens. That should be on some quick speed type shit. Something that looks like Insta grow. You don't need it. You don't even need good fertilizer. All you need is some bright ass lights. That should have shine through everything. That should have tell you if it's good enough. He said I got a tomato garden. It's my mom's. I had I had strawberries. I had peppers. I had bell peppers, jalapeno peppers, and I had tomatoes. And now this year I'm gonna put something else. I don't know what the other one is gonna be, but the other one is gonna be added on there. So I have jalapenos, strawberries, and tomatoes. The bell peppers got a boo. Do you still garden? Bobby, that has been one of the most relaxing things I've gotten into after the military. Onions, I'll see. It has been one of the most relaxing things for me after the military. Very calming, very soothing to get into gardening. You taking care of the plants, you watering the plants, stuff like that gives you something to do, and it's very relaxing. You're dealing with nature. It's something that for me it's very I didn't even know it was that fucking relaxing, but I've done it ever since I bought this house and was I started living here. I'm going on 3 years of living here, and it's just like try to go on by my own. So just me. I was like, and the thing is I do have like a green thumb. I'm everything I've put in there to grow has grown well. So I've just kept on doing it. The strawberries were kind of iffy, but then it was just like jalapenos, serrano, habaneros, different tomato, cucumbers. Yeah, that's what we're probably gonna do. Cucumbers and lettuce is probably the next things I'm gonna add for this. Because the thing is, I have the space in the backyard, so we just put those little things and we just like and did it that way. So it just like you said, I have a dark purple. Nah, I've been pretty good with it, and I've just kept on doing it. Shit, it was just like we started doing it, like I started growing it, and then we just like get so much that we wouldn't be eating it, so we just started giving it to the community. And just like I started giving away peppers and fucking tomatoes. That's what I started doing. We would just grow so many. I was like, we can. Oh, you in the city too? Nah, I'm in a town, so it's not big city. I got my mom fucking growing that shit in the fucking city. It's not as big, but she grows them too. But me, I have the land here, and the thing is, it's just like I'm just growing. I've been doing it that way. And it's just like I've been growing and gardening, and it's very relaxing. It allows you to just be a part of nature without having to be too crazy with it. Because it's just you. You can just go garden, and you dealing with earth damn near. Now people got a damn goat around the corner. Shit is weird. Goat is good for bro. You don't need a lawnmower, Mel. You don't need a lawnmower. You got a fucking goat. Your fucking grass is always cut. I learned that shit out here in Buffalo. Hey, they don't gotta cut grass. And with chickens, yo, that's free eggs. You seen what happened to the price of eggs? Bro, you make a killing right now if you go to the South. You remember, bro, you would have been MAGA's best friend. You know how they couldn't afford egg prices. You would have been the first one out there just fucking on the. You see Mel pulling up in a Lambo. Talk about how what you, you know that TikTok dude that be fucking going up to people in nice cars. It's like, what do you do for your job? I be selling eggs, bro. What you mean? And then just drive the fuck off. Show up in the Lambo. He's just like, what do you do to get this car? I was like, I sell eggs. And they be like, what? And just drive the fuck off. Bro, cutting grass is bro, that's a you gotta the thing is like people don't realize there's a lot of stuff that people do that is just like jobs that you don't think pay well, but them shits pay well. She got eggs in the trunk, selling them shits out the back. Like, yo, what you need? What you need? Dozen, 2 dozen? I got you. You just tell your friends about me. You ain't got shit to worry about. Ain't nobody gonna tell no. Don't worry about it. It was like, is this legal? We don't ask those questions around here. Keep your voice down. Keep your voice down. Trying to get you some eggs, man. What's wrong with you? Damn. It's like asking all these questions. You know, are you a cop? You start asking are you a cop? Like, what the fuck? Asking all these questions. It's like, hot damn. So there's a lot of damn questions you asking. You want these eggs or not? Eh, bro, cutting grass, shoveling snow. Those are all those one of those like hard label ass fucking jobs, but you'll make some fucking money. Cause these contracts be doing that. You know how many companies have that they have those contracts where it's just like, hey, we have a contract with this parking lot that we will shovel the snow anytime it snows. All the shit that most people don't want to do pays well sometimes. Sometimes it don't. And the thing is that sometimes it's not the same. No, the neighbors I shovel for free because they're older people. So it's just like I don't even expect no old ass person to come out and shovel like a foot of snow. I was like, I ain't trying to see a person pass the fuck out and die in front of my fucking house. Like, no, bro, I got you. Stay your ass in the warmth. We ain't doing that. This is not how I want to spend the rest of the day talking to fucking the authorities. It's like, what happened? Well, they came outside talking about I'm gonna shovel all this snow, and there they went. So yeah, I'm not no, not gonna deal with that shit. Okay, so that, but yeah, that's those are some of those jobs. Is like people don't want to do shoveling. It's just like, good night, Ohio. Have a good night. Thanks for tuning in as always. Mom putting someone to knock on my door. My snowball died. Oh shit. Yeah, people will do it, man. It was just like they'll do that. That was one of the hardest days I think I ever worked before it was the military was shoveling snow. And I got contracted. It was basically like my one of my cousins worked for one of those contracting jobs, and that's what they did, like lawn work and stuff like that. So they needed bodies for snow. It was like, hey, bro, I was like what 15 or something. It was like, look, bro, I'm gonna pay you $20 an hour to shovel snow. I was just like, yeah, $20 an hour. I was just like, we go to different sites, different places. You got to shovel either the sidewalk or you do the thing. It was just like $20 an hour. I'm a 15-year-old kid. That fucking money I never fucking heard of. $20 an hour? I was just like, word. Man, I never been beat up in my life so bad. I was shoveling fucking snow for like a whole fucking day. The whole fucking day. Literally like fucking, because it was like one of those big ass storms. But the thing is I'm thinking we gonna shovel in New York City. No, no, we went into Jersey. We went into Jersey where they have the space for snow to fall. Bro, I never worked so fucking hard in my fucking life. I was so beat, like beat. Like I had an Epsom salt bath and I think I might have died in the fucking tub a couple of times and came back to life. That's how bad I was fucking sore, beat up. I was just like, I was done for the next couple of I was like, my goodness. I was just like, fuck this. I was just like, nah, I didn't know. I didn't know any better. When it was like, hey, you want to make some money? I was like, sure, $20 an hour. I was like, fuck yeah, I ain't gonna say no to this shit. And the thing is I was in pretty good shape, so I'm thinking, I'm just like, I could do this shit, man. I was so beat the fuck up. I was just like, that was one of the hardest days I've ever worked outside of the military. In the military, different story. Stilo, appreciate the heart me and the gifts, but that was a different monster, man. I couldn't believe I went through all that shit. But it's just like, hey, that's what it happens, and it happened. So it's active. So I need to add more of this. But that's what it is. A lot of those jobs people doing are just like, that's what I should do. Yeah. It was just like you get in shape like that, and it's just like, all right, I could do this. And then you just the reality hits, of you fucking shoveling snow for that fucking long, not realizing that the motherfucker didn't want to stop, and it just kept on going. And it was just like it just happens to fall more when there's a whole bunch of more open space. The wind fucking drift and the drift of the fucking snow drift. Holy shit, you experienced that shit. And then I came to Kansas, man. Fuck this place. I dealt with that shit in the military with the fuck that. That shit was fucking terrible. And then I realized what the fucking wind fucking did. I was just like, holy shit. Bro, in the fucking dead of winter when it's fucking snowing and you out in the fucking field. Nah. Never, I ain't doing that shit again. Not Riley. Yes. Riley in Kansas. You know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Yeah, NYC getting hit with like fucking like what, a whole foot of snow plus or some shit? What the fuck is going on over there? Fuck Riley, man. Riley don't fuck me up with that shit. I used to love the cold. I used to love the cold. I still love the cold, but that made me rethink about it. Like, yeah, y'all getting a blizzard over there. I'm just like, the fuck? Nah, Sill probably just as bad too. Anything. Well, Sill Leonard Wood isn't as bad, but Sill and Kansas is nothing but fucking land. All that fucking land to fucking do that shit. Kansas. The thing is Kansas is the windiest fucking state. So snowdrift is fucking ridiculous. I was like, that shit is crazy. It's not, and it's just like, and the thing is, it's not like in New York City and shit. Yeah, Tornado Alley too. I chose the worst fucking place. But tornadoes is just like it ain't that bad around Riley. I think the closest one we had was like it was like a couple of miles off the airport. But besides that, it's just like never really had anything too close by there while I was there. Oh, fuck that. Bro, I ain't trying to do nothing. I ain't trying to do nothing. I ain't trying to do none of this fucking tornadoes. Tornadoes is The dumb shit is crazy. I was like, dumb shit is crazy. Because these motherfuckers just be like, you know what? It's time. Motherfuckers don't tell you. That motherfucker just be like, yo, it's time. It's windy now. We started now. We gonna do this shit now. We ain't gonna tell you what, when, where. It looks bad around here. Fuck around and find out. Yeah. Hurricane, and earthquakes. Earthquakes is another one. Those are weird. I experienced that. Those are weird. That was a, yeah, that's how it is in Kansas though. The thing is in Kansas you could get 1 foot, but it turns into 2 or 3 because the fucking wind pushes it up all the fucking way. You train back at yeah, Sill and Kansas both are fucking places which have a lot of fucking land, and when you have a lot of open land and a lot of snow, that shit is gonna send it fucking anywhere. So depending on where the wind is taking it, worse. If Buffalo, uh, the lake effect, fuck that. Fuck that. The lake effect of New fucking York and the fucking lakes. I don't know how people live up there. I don't know how y'all got a population. It was just like, what you mean I can't leave my house because my whole door is fucking covered in snow? The fuck you mean? What you mean I gotta dig myself out my own house? Nah, bro, we ain't doing that. Well, we ain't doing that. No, I ain't got time for that. Talk about I gotta make it to work, but I gotta dig my whole house out. No, bro. No. No, no. No, we are not. Sorry. What we gonna do is pack up all our shit and get the fuck up out of here. You gotta dig out of your. The amount of times I've had friends send me videos and shit, it was just like your door. Like imagine this door right here. Snow. You open the door. Snow. Like you can't even take a step out because of us. Nah, bro. We not doing that. We not. No. I'm sorry. No. I'm not gonna have it. We moving. Pack your shit. Pack your shit. I don't care what the fucking job is. We gonna find another one in a warmer climate. Pack your shit. We going. No, hell no. That's when they tried to tell me it was just like, oh, you can go to Fort Drum. The fuck I can. You got me fucked up. What you gonna be? Have me as fucking manual labor, shoveling snow most of my fucking career while I'm there? Fuck that. Like, I'm not going into that. Fuck out of here, man. People, you got me fucked up. You got me fucked up. You talk about you gonna shovel all that. Nah, bro. I was like, it was a tough time when it was just like, when we got, what was it? We got like 18 inches of snow in Kansas at one point. And I was just like, bro, there's a lot of fucking snow. I was like, and that's the thing. It's like when you live in these places like that, when it comes to it, it was just like, if the fucking snow trucks can't get the snow out the fucking way. Look at that. 6 feet. What the fuck I look like? Nah. And then the kids is always like, oh, can I go play in this? Where? Where you gonna go? Unless you dig in a fucking tunnel out this shit, where are you gonna play? Nah, the cold in fucking Riley out in the field, it was just like I thought I had experienced cold, and that was just that shit is demoralizing. That shit is demoralizing when you fucking out in the middle of the fucking cold, knowing damn well you ain't going nowhere. Your ass gonna be out there, no matter what. Cause chances are you gotta wait for the shit to stop because you can't see shit. So they ain't gonna drive you anywhere because it's fucking freezing and snow everywhere. You damn near a fucking walking popsicle. Talk about staying too. Stay. Who the fuck coming to attack us in this? When they can't even find where the fuck they going. Who the fuck coming to attack in this? Man, if you don't. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Am I making another column for this, or am I making this column here? I'm assuming this would go into this column because it has all this. I was trying not to take my. Yeah, nah, I didn't. Appreciate the heartbeat. And it was like I can't do that shit. That shit is it's crazy. I was just like as an instructor, fuck that. Shit. You ain't putting me as a drill. Nah, I seen what they go through. Not happening. I refuse. It's just certain shit that you ended up doing in the military that you think about now. It's just like, man, those were not the days. We do not want that here. Fuck this. And then when you think back on it, it was just like, man, life is good now, ain't it? Ain't life good? Ain't life good right now? Shit, I ain't got to deal with none of this dumb shit. Go out, play army in the freezing cold? Nah, bro. I'ma stay nice and warm in my house. I'll play army here with a nice blanket, electricity, heat. Fuck out of here. I'm doing work, Soggy. Listen, man, except sit here and not write this paper. Hey, man, I'm done with papers. Graduated May. My master's. I'm done with papers. Well, we'll see. This Excel sheet that I'm working on is most likely going to be used for my doctorate at some point. What the fuck are you drinking? Kombucha. Probiotics for my stomach, because after that fucking antibiotics for the fucking respiratory infection, that shit fucked my stomach up. That shit, I think, like deteriorated anything I had in my stomach. I say elixir of life. What numbers am I spinning on that sheet? Literally, it is a consultation tracker that I'm going to have, which is going to have all the information of the people that take consultations, the information, where they're from, duties. Well, probably not duty stations. I might add that as just an extra thing, but like branch, time of service, all that stuff to try to put it in there. I'm trying to finish up my bachelor's online and graduate. Nice. Nice. Keep at it, man. That's all you gotta do. Keep at it. I was just like all the information in here is just basically it's basically because I do help veterans with the disability benefits and stuff like that. That's what I mostly do. That's what I started with. Then this whole political atmosphere happened, so I went more into politics. But that's what I mostly do. I do workshops for veterans. I teach them about the stuff that they need to know. But the thing is there's a how can you put it? There's a lapse in information when it comes to veterans and what it is, the resources that they don't know about, the resources that need to be pushed more and stuff like that. So that's why I'm trying to do it this way, where I have a spreadsheet that will be able to consolidate all that information. So it'll be one of those massive spreadsheets, but to be able to actually see and be able to explain. um, the reason I have it on Google because I'm doing it on Google. Because the thing is that's why I have most of the, like, my VA forms, all the VA forms. DBQs, Nexus letter examples, all that stuff. I have that as on a Google thing, and I'm gonna just do it that way. Access, I'll probably just end up transferring it over, but it's gonna end up being probably like on Publisher after to fucking do the like the digital booklets and shit like that. No, kombucha's pretty good. Depending, there's different ones, and just doing it that way. But it's just you have to have like I'm all about the foundational stuff. So this is basically the foundation for it. So I'm just building this spreadsheet, which is on like what 12 tabs already, and putting in the formula so that that way it starts incorporating each one. So if I fill something out like the beginning of it, the information will look into it and do it for the rest of it. So basically, one of the things that I'm trying to look into now, which I'm still doing, is like uh, appreciate the heart, Miss Spear. Um, I'm trying to work on my lesson plans for the week, but you keep distracting me. I'm distracting myself most of the time. I was just like, so basically just trying to make it so that I have a reference. So let's say you are in the state of Texas and you give me the zip code. I'm trying to build it out so that that way it's just like I will be able to tell you the BAH rate for the locality of it. Or if you're looking for a school, what the zip code of the school is so that it can look for the locality of it automatically. So basically just have the BAH reference thing, which basically they put it onto like a PDF. But then if you put, oh, you're in this zip code, I just type it in, boom, it automatically populates the information onto the other spreadsheet down the line type stuff. So it's basically like one of those. I was like, I did a lot of that with my master's program when it came to when we had to create a fucking budget. So creating the fucking budget caused me to fucking have to do like the V lookup. But that's the thing. Google Sheets does it one way, Excel does it another. But since I have everything on Google, and the thing is less like it's a cloud service that I can have it on there, but then I also have my own non stuff. Yeah, it's basically like a V lookup sheet. It's just different on Google Sheets because it's more of a if index match thing. So if this equals this, then off of this index, which is the row that you're looking at or the column you're looking at, and it matches, then it'll create this number. So if the yeah, basically the same fucking thing. Is just the way it's done on Google Sheets is differently. But the thing is this saving it here, I at least have it, and then I just always end up downloading it and have a I have a separate, basically separate thing. So I have it, and then the thing is I'll probably make an Excel one too, just to have multiples of it. But I'm creating it here, and I know it's gonna be something different. So I've already started the heavy work on this one. Then it'll just be transferring it, but it's just basically like that foundational stuff to have it. So I have everything set. So literally, when I start the consultations, it'll be like, hey, all I'm doing is inputting that first row and it's populating the rest. So I don't have to do anything. I don't have to go manually and just to excel more. It's fucking sucky. That was like just to keep on doing it that way because it's just like when you start putting all this information, and then the thing is, like I said, it'll be useful. Like if I'm using it for my doctorate or something to be able to get the information, be able to have this information here and be able to use it, but then be able to transfer it to like Python or to RStudio and then be able to run analytical information through there so that that way I can see the percentages and stuff like that, and it'll do it all. But I'll have a reference point because that's what you need when it comes to like Python or something like that. In order to run those deep analytical fucking progresses and then be able to see if there's a correlation or not, you need to have the documentation. So if I'm able to build it off of the consultations that I've done, yeah, CSV files. Well, kinda, because RStudio's R file is different. I learned it off of RStudio. I still have to learn Python better, but no, my it's good information, solid because it's good for data analysis. And that's what I want to use that, because then the thing is if I end up, let's say, consulting, let's say 10,000 people, right? With that 10,000 people, I can use that information to build something off of it. Because then I have people that have actually inputted data that isn't data that is um objectional data, basically. It won't be objectional data. It'll be solid data that I can actually use and go. So like it's not like a personal question that can be asked and you can get multiple answers. It's like, hey, did you receive um information on the GI Bill? And then like that. And then did you receive that information? If you did or didn't, I'll be able to have a statistical number showing that, hey, out of the 10,000 people that I assisted, only 15% of them have actually gotten a briefing or some information on this. So then I can start building basically like a survey through it. And then also with this information, I'll have it to contact them and be able to be like, hey, would you be willing to be a part of my survey, which will serve for my doctorate? And if I've already consulted you and I've helped you with benefits and stuff like that, there's probably a higher chance that this person is going to want to help me with my doctorate with the fact that I'm doing that. So, well, Python, I would have to start all on because I don't know Python at all. So, Python would be me learning it. My professor was using R Studio and R to do that. So that would be a whole different thing. Python would be a whole different thing, but I think Python is used more in a regular way, and RStudio is more like on the academia side of it. It's basically kind of like how you explained. So I would have to figure that out. But I was like, this is just gonna be a massive thing because I have this, and then I have a tracker for content. So then I have a tracker for content that I'm building out also. So when I post a video, how long it is, all that stuff, all the description, that's gonna be on another thing. So that's what I've been working on a lot lately. Um, that's why I'm streaming very inconsistently, not at the same times. Because if I'm not streaming, I'm basically working on one of these spreadsheets to try to improve it or come up with something for it. Or I'm trying to figure out how the fuck to do it. Nah, I ain't gonna do all that. I don't need all that shit. I don't need nothing to do with those people. All I'm trying to do is find something that can be basically something that can be beneficial to veterans, beneficial to me, because then I can create I don't want to call it like a database, but I can collect enough data to try to come up with policies that would benefit veterans. So basically, if veterans are lacking education in this thing, then it's like, hey, a policy needs to be pushed in order to facilitate the education of this topic. And then this is the information I have to show where it's lacking. So then I can pull up my information and be like, well, this information shows that when it comes to education, veterans are failing at this point. I was like, veterans don't know once they are using the GI Bill how to use it properly and how to continue using it type shit, or is it before they even start using it, or is it the fact that they didn't know about it at all, like stuff like that, so that way it's information. Oh, is that the guy with the glasses, Soggy? Is that the guy that you're talking about? The guy with the glasses that's coming? Oh, that dude, does he have like a channel or something? I think that's some shit I need to sit down and watch. That dude is interesting as fuck. That dude is interesting. When he talks about all the CIA shit, that shit is interesting as fuck. The way he talks about it. I don't think he's real, but it's interesting as fuck. I think that dude is trying to get more people to join the CIA because that dude don't seem real. That dude, the way he talks and he knows it, it's just like, bro, you you sound like you too good at your damn job. How'd they let you go? was like, "Are you Jason Bourne? Is that Jason Bourne? Maybe that's Jason Bourne." He ain't gonna tell you that, but growth percentage. If B2 equals this, but that's not B2. Why would it? No, that would have to be E. No, that would have to be F and G. So I would have to rewrite that to make it. I'm doing formulas now and shit. Damn, it's already 11:45, y'all. I'm about to cut out. I think I completed half a sheet while talking to y'all the past 3.5 hours. It's fucking terrible. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It was just like it's fucking. I just noticed the time. It was just like everybody, as always, be good to one another, take care of one another, look out for one another, love one another, stay marvelous while doing it, y'all. I'm just Cruz. Appreciate y'all as always for the gifts, the heart me's. I will catch y'all on the next one. I'll probably be on at some point tomorrow. Yes, get up so I can finish this paper. I'm not. I'm gonna stop working. I'll work on this shit in the morning. Yeah, have a good night, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Peace. Oh well, YouTube. As always, appreciate y'all. Thank you, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.